That would be classic. Nope. Nope. Connection's finicky, fellas. It's real finicky. But it'll work. It'll be fine. It's been worse. It's been better. They did not fix it. To anyone who's curious about whether or not they fixed it, they didn't. It is still a problem, but fiber will be here before the month is over, and I can't wait. I will be out here getting that fiber internet. Oh, it's really going bad. There it goes. It doesn't know what it wants to do. It'll drop way down, then it'll go back up. Whatever. How's everyone doing tonight? How's the people feeling out there? We're having a good time, guys. I'm trying to do the agility pyramid. I didn't get enough food. Hold on, I gotta go back and get more food. I need to do the agility pyramid and try to get some more money, but it's going extremely poorly because I don't have enough agility to actually do it. Hey, Ghost, what's up? How you doing? Let's put a Zen in. I'm doing the agility pyramid at least for a little bit, and then I might do a couple quests or something, depending on what all happens. I would like to make some more money. I'm like training my agility at the agility pyramid basically, and just like spending a lot of time to do it. But the odds of getting like 10K is good still, so that's what I want to have happen. Also, my internet is really unstable. Let's see if this actually lasts, because who knows. Wait, hold on. I need to buy these kebabs. I've gotten really good at pressing the buttons on the right time. Some agility pyramid. Which is really difficult for me right now, because I'm doing terrible. It's not bad, dude. It's frustrating at lower agility levels, but it's really not that bad. I wish my internet would stabilize instead of just going up and down and up and down. How's the stream look, guys? How's everything looking? I've got, like I said, I've got kind of patchy internet today. The fix today did not fix it. If anything, I didn't make it worse. It's just not working very well. Fine so far? Cool. Yeah, Twitch has a little bit more of a dynamic bitrate, so it ends up working out a little bit better. YouTube tends to buffer because they use their crappy compression algorithm. Okay, let's buy a shanty pass. I have successfully done the agility pyramid one time. I got it on like my 5th or 6th try doing the agility pyramid. Where's Shanty? No, he's nice. I see. I also need some. Go on, Shanty. Sell to me. Cool. Yeah, it's Shanty Pass really isn't that bad, honestly. Or not Shanty Pass. The agility pyramid really isn't that bad. It's just about, like, for me personally, I have to kind of make these sort of loops where I take some food in with me, I take water skins in with me, I do, like, you know, I don't know, 10 or 12 tries of trying to get it, and then eventually I have to go back through, don't ask me this again, and then eventually I have to go back to Lumbridge, come back up through Alcarid, come back out here and do the whole process again. So it's kind of frustrating, but it is still training up my agility, and I am like having chances of getting money. So, you know, there is that. It's only cost me like less than 1K so far of all the tries that I've had, and I've made like 10K off of it. So, you know, it's good. Agility pyramid. For a little while. We'll probably do some quests at some point. There's a quest that gives you a headpiece that you can charge with water runes that's basically unlimited water skins. I did not know that, dude. That's kind of huge. I'll tell you what, man. RuneScape always has something else to sort of fix a problem that they created, right? Like, that's one thing that I think is really interesting about old school RuneScape is that they just, like, they create all of these issues that you have to deal with, and then they're like, but, you know, if you, like, get pretty far in the game, everything is a completionist token, for sure. I've finished Beneath Cursed Sands. Why do I not have this item? Not on this character, but like I've finished Beneath Cursed Sands on my main. Do I just not know that that's what it does, maybe? Or maybe I did and I just don't care. I don't know. Is there a lunar magic spell that lets you fill up water skins, or am I imagining things? I'm gonna put random music on too, because otherwise it just won't play over and over again. I wish there was a loop function, but you know, I guess it would drive you slowly crazy. What are you guys all up to on RuneScape, by the way? What are you guys doing out here? Also, by the way, guys, you like the title that just says that's like the number 11th episode of me playing old school RuneScape, even though I have no idea what number we're actually on. I just go, you know. There is a watering spell in the Lunar Spellbook? I thought there was. I have been doing a little bit of Nightmare Zone behind the scenes on my main, but that's neither here nor there. I might bring him over into the meta of me actually playing this game at some point, but I want to get some 99s on him first. Fighting Scurious? I love fighting Scurious. It's one of my favorite bosses. Do you have a whip? Are you using the Scurious weapons? The staff from Scurious is my favorite. So this is the agility pyramid. To anyone who hasn't ever done the agility pyramid, it sucks. Just so you know, like, you fall a lot, and it's really frustrating. You get really close to the top, and then you start falling. But the XP rates aren't that terrible, and like I said, you have a chance of actually making money, unlike everything else that you do on RuneScape. At some point, I'm going to get my Graceful set, but currently I would prefer to have, I don't know, 50, 60, 70, 80, 120k, something like that. It's honestly not that bad when you get around 50. Yeah, see, so I've already fallen once. And the real problem is that now I have to walk all the way back around. It's really not that bad once you get around 50. Wow, I'm already low on health. I should have eaten before I come here. Once you get around like 50 agility, I think it's like a 1 in 4 chance or something. But where I'm at currently, it sucks. You think Project Xanaris could end old school RuneScape? That would be absolutely wild, but I could see it simply because most people play RuneScape single player anyways. The only reason that I think that people will continue to play old school RuneScape without basically like sponsored private servers is because they want to play with their friends, and your friend won't have an account on your server if they've never played on your server, and most people aren't going to, you know, most people are going to buy their own servers probably so they can change it how they want to. I don't know, though. Private servers haven't killed RuneScape, and everyone could download a private server and run it themselves if they wanted to. I kind of don't think it'll happen. I'm going to get one of those community servers for sure, and I'm going to host it, or I'm going to get it hosted for us, you know, and sort of mess with some of the rates and everything, and that'll be a fun little gimmick and all that, but, like, I don't know. I'm more excited for the leagues, dude. The leagues look really good. People are not talking enough about, like, what RuneScape has done right now. Like, old school RuneScape has finally gotten to a point where they understand what works for their system as far as what people really enjoy. And, dude, this plank is going to kill me. And they're going, okay, let's do more of that instead of trying to do a whole bunch of new stuff. Like, let's do more of the things that people like, and let's add on to it every single year instead of trying to make a whole new thing. Like, they realize that some of their leagues work really well and some of their leagues have worked really poorly, and they're trying to go for the ones that actually work well and stick with that, and I think that's a really good idea. Yes, you know, it's an interesting thing. I don't know. Comparing Minecraft to RuneScape is really not the way to go for sure, because like someone can jump into your Minecraft world and they can play with you immediately, and you can kit them out, and they can basically have all the same gear that you have if you have another section or another set of that gear. But someone couldn't just jump onto your RuneScape server and like have an account that's got all the skills. You have to like drastically change the XP rates and get them up and everything. I do think it'll be fun because, like, you could create situations to where you could do raids and things without ever having to do any of the stuff to actually get there if you can change the XP rates that much and mess with things that much, which would be a cool thing. Yeah, no, 100%. That's the way that I felt about private servers too, Ghost, is that just, like, without the challenge, the game is pointless to me. And I know some people don't feel that way, but, like, I want to play real RuneScape, you know? Like, I like leagues because it's a nice little escape from reality. It's like going into a Costco, you know? You're like, oh, this is such a... like, nobody needs all this stuff, and that's the way a private server feels to me, where it's like, nobody needs all this stuff, but I'm here, and I'm experiencing it and all that, and that's the way that, like, private servers feel to me. You guys ever play MapleStory? MapleStory is famous for private servers. I will pass that, like, the next 20 times, and now I'll fall on some new obstacle over and over again. We're going to get there eventually. Look, my agility's going up. It's going to take time. When I get to, like, 40, I'll start actually succeeding. And I know I could do rooftops, but who wants to? Tiff played MapleStory. I got her to play it for a little while. She didn't mind it. It wasn't, like, her favorite game. MoParscape, I think, is the one that, like, a lot of us kind of remember. That was the one that me and my friends played on for a little while. Listen, man, you know, like, I just don't think that, and this isn't always true. I'm sure there are people who host really good private servers, but, like, dude, those games are so disjointed a lot of times. Like, all of the stuff doesn't always work very well. They try to set up these areas where it's like, you spawn into this empty, barren room where, like, there's a Slayer tower over there, and, like, they've just moved assets around and things and made the game feel a lot worse, and that's the way private servers tend to feel for me. But some people just kind of like that vibe, and some of the private servers are pretty decently put together, but, like, there's a reason that RuneScape works the way that it does as is, and, you know, messing with it too much definitely changes the vibe for sure. And you can see that in RuneScape 3, that, like, RuneScape 3 kind of feels like an old-school RuneScape private server to some degree. Dude, MapleStory is crazy, bro. It's crazy. I recommend MapleStory to everybody, but I recommend it as, like, a circus attraction, you know? Like it is a bizarre, otherworldly sort of experience that doesn't really line up with what you think of as an MMO and the way that you think of it as being. But it is a fun time, and you can get a good... I don't know, you can get a fun... MapleStory is fun from the get-go, right? Like, you can get a fun 200, 300 hours in it without starting to really get irritated by that game. But then, by then, you're kind of, like, wrapped into it, dude. It's very fun to play. The button pressing in MapleStory feels really good. The combat feels really good. And like, a lot of that game is about how quickly you can clear maps, and you're trying to, like, contest maps with other players a lot of times, because the best maps to train on... See, I fell again. The best maps to train on in MapleStory are usually, like, highly contested, especially in the more populated servers. So, like, you're, like, fighting for your right to grind, basically. It's very interesting. There's a whole situation going on. It is very weird that your entire progress is at the hands of a single server owner, totally. They're, like, you know, and all of your design choices are at the hands of a single server owner. And that can be really, really problematic, because most people have really dumb ideas about how things should be. That's just how it works, you know? That's why you have teams of people who design most games. Dude, super unstable internet. Dude, yeah, totally. Most servers did feel really jank and broken. That's sort of the way that they do it, you know? Like, honestly, it's just how it goes. It takes more... I mean, you have to think, too, people aren't, like, even hosting them on servers a lot of times. A lot of times people are hosting those private servers on, like, their home machines, and just, you know... Servers are really hard to run. Level 36 agility. That was actually pretty fast. Servers are really hard to run. People don't know a whole lot about the whole networking thing, but it's a whole problem, dude. Like, most people don't own a server. For my full loot private server on OSRS PvP. Dude, I'm excited to actually do some old school RuneScape PvP. There's a lot of stuff that needs to be done on this account, and I'll have to get there at some point, but, like, I definitely wouldn't mind doing some PvP and getting my feet wet in that. Oh, no. Oh, no. Come on, get across there. No, wait, that's not the one. 100%, Jack. That's what I think I'm the most excited about with these community servers, is that they're actually sponsored by Jagex and they're actually going to be hosted by Jagex. So, like, you know, I'm expecting it to be like $40, $50 a month for a sizable server, which really isn't that expensive when you think about what it is that you're getting. Because dedicated hosting is huge, man. From people who actually know what they're doing hosting-wise, and probably... Dude, I was so close. Like, just let me get a run on this, you know? 95% chance of failure at level 30. I'm level 36, so this is pretty annoying. They'll allow custom items. That's interesting. I know they're going to allow you to mess with the parameters and everything, which will be really good. Okay, we're back up. We're up, boys. We're up. Let's see if I can actually get to the top. I'm so close. I have a decent amount of food left. Like, I think we can do this. Another run would be huge. It would really keep me going on this. I failed the past 4 times I've been here, and that's one reason that I sort of came off this account for a little bit, is because I just got tired. It's like, I really want some money right now just so that I have it for future... Dude, this jump is going to piss me off. Like, just let me get through there. I swear there's something going on with this. Like, there's something happening where it's really hard to get through an obstacle, and then once you get through the obstacle, it just happens every single time after that. Yeah, you know, you would need, like, for real true custom stuff, you would need modeling and everything, and I think that would be kind of difficult to actually find people to do and do it well, so we'll see what happens long term. Oh, man, if that would have pushed me off just now, if I wouldn't have realized that that was there, I would have been so angry. Like, luckily it came out right before I got to it. There we go. Okay, now cross the plank. Whew. Okay. Okay, fellas. This might be one. Hold on. I've seen this before, though, where now I just start falling over and over again. Okay, come on. There's a couple of, like, I have to jump across 1 or 2 of these. Hold on, yeah, there's one right here, and then there's a jump right there. Okay, jumps have been really annoying on this run. Let's see if I make it. Okay, cool. Okay, we might have this. Are there any more obstacles? I know to actually get through it, there's... Okay, guys. Okay, guys. No, 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 no. Let's go up here. We got another one. We got another one. Second one. Okay. I feel good now. It's been a long time coming. Well, if I can't reset it, I'm going to be really irritated. Don't fall. Okay. Bro, if I fall all the way down and it's not reset and I have to climb back up just to reset it, I'm going to lose my mind. Come on. Come on. Just let me get across. Just let me reset the frickin' pyramid. I've already gotten the piece. Just let me reset this agility pyramid, please. Come on. Jump the gap. Jump the gap, bro. Thank you. Okay. Back up. Now let me finish this out so I can reset the pyramid, please. Okay, one more obstacle, dude. Just jump across it. You've done this 100 times. There you go. Okay, cool. Okay, guys. We are good. They said it was a bad idea, and they're right, but also, I'm happy to be here. Hold on, I'm just going to use it on them. Back down we go. And through the agility pyramid again. Let's see if I can get another one before I have to go back for food and water skins. I have 9 water skins left, so if I get it at the same rate that I got the last one, we'll be fine. But I kind of doubt it. That was a long time in the making, honestly. What you guys haven't seen is that I've tried this so many frickin' times offline, dude. It's nuts. But I'm getting to better agility levels. Like, I'm about to be level 37 now. Yes, I'm about to be agility level 37 now. It's gonna be one of those, guys. It's gonna be one of those. I have to go get more food. I'm just using kebabs because they're cheap and easy to acquire, honestly. Like, I have to come through here anyways, and it just takes minutes to fill up my inventory versus going and cooking food and doing all of that. I could tie multiple grinds into it. Like, I could go and fish for a whole bunch of tuna or something. But I just don't feel like doing that, if I'm being totally real. Inefficiency-scape is sometimes the best way to play. You got the mace the other day in like 3 hours. Good for you, dude. It took me 9 days, I think, in total to get the mace, which was really, really frustrating. I have not had good RNG on this account whatsoever. But it makes sense. I was spooned on my other account on a lot of things, so... But in general, I tend to have bad RNG now that I'm thinking about it. I don't know if I told you guys this, but, like, I think I was... It was either 3,000 or 4,000 kill count for my Dragon Defender. Just for the Dragon Defender. Like, the other ones took time as well, but that one was like 3,000, 4,000 kill count. It was multiple weeks of me grinding the Dragon Defender on my main, which is insane. It just shouldn't happen like that. But sometimes you go dry. There needs to be pity in RuneScape, dude. They need to give you pity for items. Like, once you hit a certain kill count, you're guaranteed to get it. That would be nice. There should be a counter for that. Absolute pain, dude. Not fun at all. And I will say, Dragon Defender is one of those items. Good for you, Jack. Dragon Defenders is one of those items that, like, it's a best in slot, or like nearly a best in slot aside from a Vernic, but like, it does not feel good enough to use a Dragon Defender for it to be a 4,000 kill count item. You know, dude, I wish the streamer luck would kick in. That's not how it works for me in this game. I have really good luck in general, but in RuneScape, I'm punished, truly. Makes sense as to why I had such a hard time with it as a kid. Oh my god, yeah, I'm gonna have to go get food. Unless I get really lucky. Let's see if I can go all the way through this without failing a single obstacle now. Yeah, I don't know if my RuneScape luck was worse as a kid or if I just had less commitment to things, but I definitely had way less good gear whenever I was playing RuneScape as a kid. I wonder if it's just because, like, you know, getting like a bronze, yeah, I'm not going to be able to do this. Getting a bronze defender, I wonder, it just felt like such a big deal and took me so long to do so long. Kid feeling so long, you know, we're sitting through church for an hour was a miserable experience. I wonder if that has something to do with it or if it actually was a harder thing to do. Yeah, I would say that you're probably right, David. I mean, I didn't have any tools to track my kill count as a kid, but I'll tell you, I guarantee you that I did not have a 4,000 kill count on anything as a child. I did not do enough combat. Like, fishing for lobsters was all that I could handle when I was a kid. Just chopping trees with a rune hatchet, you know? Might as well get all the XP that I can on here. I wouldn't mind getting 37 agility before I have to leave. We're doing pretty good. Are you guys spam clickers or do you guys click once? Hey, what's up, Luke? How you doing, bud? Dude, I've said this a couple of times, but it's what happened. When I was trying to get my Dragon Defender and I would go for like 4,000 kill count, what kept happening is that as I continued to get further and further into that grind, I would do longer and longer runs of getting tokens from the rune armor, like full sets of rune, you know, fighting the animated armors. And I kept telling myself, I'm going to get so many tokens that I never have to get tokens again. And I would get enough tokens to do like 8 hours in there. And I would be like, surely I'll have it by the end of this. And I kept having to go back and back and back. Like it was ridiculous, man. I did get the answers that I wanted about my Guild Wars 2 DPS. Honestly, I think that like where I'm at currently is completely fine for my Guild Wars 2 DPS. And that, like, a lot of it's just going to be about sort of getting there and doing the things. Oh, I fell. Son of a bitch. And like, you know, just playing the game more. Basically, the answers that I got was put in another 50, 60 hours into that game and your DPS will go up. There we go. Level 37 agility. I think what I might do, and this is absolutely sacrilege, I might push into Path of Fire. I might push into I was so close. I might push into Path of Fire early and just do Path of Fire to get my hero points, because apparently you can solo most of Path of Fire in order to get your hero points. So I might do that just to finish out my my elite spec for that. Well, this is nearing the end of this run for Dude, if I can get hit a 10 on one of these obstacles, can't I? Well, we might see a death here, guys. Wouldn't that be fun? Can I get hit a 10 here? Or is it an 8? What's the max hit on Agility Pyramid? Who knows? Because if I die... Yeah, I just don't want to do Heart of Thorns early. Like, I don't want to... But, I mean, I might. But, like, you need masteries in order to do Heart of Thorns. It is 10. Okay. Let's just wait for my health to go up by 1 then. I might... Like, you need masteries for Heart of Thorns hero points, right? So I might do Path of Fire because you don't need any masteries for that, as far as I'm aware. And there's just, like, not a lot that I can do in Heart of Thorns because I don't have gliding or any of that stuff. We should be fun. We should be fun. What mounts do you need in Path of Fire? I have the Warclaw and I have the Raptor, which I know are just like the free mounts, but still. For anyone in RuneScape who doesn't know what we're talking about right now, in Guild Wars 2, if you guys have never played any MMOs besides RuneScape, like, Guild Wars 2 is way different than RuneScape, or than, sorry, not than RuneScape, it's obviously way different than RuneScape, but it's way different than something like World of Warcraft, where you have to grind for literally everything, like, nothing is handed over to you. In order to get mounts, you have to grind for, like, copious amounts of gold, and also you have to grind for mastery points. So, like, literally everything is multi-100-hour grinds. Just simply getting a flying mount is, like, a 500-plus mission. It's nuts. Hey, what's up, Token? How you doing, bro? What's your day like? You at work? Playing a little bit of old-school RuneScape. There we go. That's the last one. Would have killed me. Okay, let's home teleport, and then let's go get some more food, and let's come back and try to finish up the Agility Pyramid again. If I could get, like... Oh, man, I don't know. I actually want a huge cash stack. I'm not even going to say if I could get, like... I would like to get, like, a couple 100K, if I'm being really honest, at the Agility Pyramid. We'll see what happens. There are a bunch of quests that I need to do, but, like, I just sort of want to get better combat gear. I want to be able to have a cash stack so I can buy all the runes that I want. Go to the mage bank and buy runes. Hey, what's up, dude? Hold on. I got something on Twitch. I don't know what that was. Tiff, do you know what that was? Do you have the Twitch chat open? Someone just did something on Twitch. I think maybe someone subbed. Do you know what that Twitch chat was? I don't have my Twitch chat up, guys. Hold on. Hey, thank you for the Prime sub. Who was it, Tiff? Huh? Chaos? Well, thank you, Chaos. Thank you for the Prime sub. I'll pop out my Twitch chat so I'll actually be able to see that next time. For some reason, Restream doesn't show me the Twitch subs, which is kind of annoying, but we'll have it up now. And sometimes it doesn't show me the Prime subs even on Twitch chat, so who knows. But thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you, Frost Chaos. Let's go ahead and just cash or put everything in here so that I can take a little bit more risks. 20K should be plenty to put away. That should be fine. I should still have plenty of money now. Do I have any extra food in here? No. That's fine. Let's eat this kebab. I'd rather not be on death's door right now. There's room in your life for both of them, for sure. I mean, that's like, you know, if you always want to be playing an MMO, being able to take breaks from one and go to another one is a great way to do it. Like I said, I kind of play every single MMO in existence, and like it's funny because I'll see comments sometimes. It's like, he fell off, dude. Like he doesn't play RuneScape anymore, dude. It's like, bro, you guys are seeing such a small portion of my life in the past few months. Like I've always, you know, done this. I always jump around to MMOs, and I'm a variety streamer at heart, you know. Yeah, Kitty, but I have to do, in order to get to Heart of Thorns, I have to do Living World Season 1, Living World Season 2, which is, like, ridiculous. But yeah, Guild Wars 2 is wild. You're eating a salad, dude? Good for you, brother. Salads are good. I'm getting my, like, health back in check now. I'm finally getting things back together to where I'm, you know, eating better. Like, I've, you know, been watching what I'm eating and, going back to the gym, and I feel so much better. I was so stressed out about a week ago. Now that I'm out of it, I feel like I can talk about it more, but I was having like crazy anxiety every single day, and it was nuts. And I think that it was really a factor of just staying inside and working on the YouTube stuff forever. Like I've taken my foot off the gas a little bit as far as just like trying to crank content that's going to get me views, and I've worried more about the community and hanging out with people and playing the games and like just sort of enjoying it a little bit. And that coupled with like taking care of my health again and not letting everything fall apart has been really good for me, for sure. Cabin fever, indeed. Indeed, cabin fever. I was literally just staying inside all day, every day, and doing this stuff. And I was also stressed about, like, you know, my internet and all the issues that I was having with streaming and all those things. And, you know, now that I know that fiber is coming here in the next, like, few weeks, and I'm going to have fiber internet, and all this will be fixed no matter what, because it would be like Optimum is basically not going to be able to fix my problem. I've pretty much realized the things that it would take for them to fix it, they're just not going to do in the next couple months. So before then, fiber will be here, and I'm just going to get fiber. Now we just got to buy kebabs from this guy. Yeah, I could do that. I might. Like I said, I need to finish out my Reaper spec if I want full DPS from it, but I'm also just, like, not super worried. I also need to buy the next expansion in order to be able to use Sword in my offhand for my Necromancer. Like, that's one thing. I need to just buy all of the expansions in Guild Wars 2 so that my account is fully unlocked. So, like, once again, for people who don't know, Guild Wars 2 has no sub fee, but all the content is gated behind purchasing the expansions. So, like, you can play the whole base game without ever purchasing an expansion. You can get a couple hundred hours out of it for free, but you also are missing out on a couple of things. Like, you won't have a mount, you won't have access to all of the different weapons that your class can use, because those were added in later expansions. So you have to buy those expansions, and then the second that you buy them, they unlock on, you know, all of your characters and all of that. So it's like a really important piece of it. No, 100% token. Like I said, you know, it's definitely something that I'm always worried about, but, like, I had it really unlocked right before I started doing the whole YouTube thing, and even some of the time that I was doing the YouTube thing, I had it really unlocked, but then once it sort of took over, I just became hyper fixated on really, really pushing hard on the I need to actually get some more food. I became hyper fixated on doing the whole YouTube thing, and I just let everything fall off the back end. But I've had enough time with the YouTube now that I'm sort of ready to start getting my life in order and balancing everything out. But, you know, it's all trades. Dude, the RuneScape music is so soothing to me. That's all the food that I can take with me. I could put my knife away. I literally haven't needed the knife a single time. I'll put it away now, and on my next run, I'll be able to get another piece of food for it. That'll give me a little bit more sustain out there. Oh, word. See, there's so much time left to play. That's the thing about Guild Wars 2, is that I'm taking it in stride, because there is so much stuff that is just gated behind playing the game and grinding through it. And yes, I could jump around and unlock all the stuff that I want to, but I don't feel like that's really fair to the game, and not really my play style in general anyways. But the temptation to do it is just super strong, because I want to be doing late game stuff and just to get there, you know? But I haven't really earned it yet, so I'm just not super worried about it currently. Did I really? That's crazy. I miscounted. Well, sometimes it happens. No. I put that knife away. I didn't miscount. I'm a genius. I'm math so good. Token, honestly, it's fine. Like, my main purpose for making that video, so like a lot of people, this is the thing, right? Like, you should go and read those comments. That video is a really good example of people who don't know what they're talking about trying to chime in on some shit just because they feel the need to say something. So like, literally people were like, well, the reason you can't hit 10k DPS, it's like, in this video I hit 17k DPS. This video is about how I couldn't hit 10k DPS, and I figured out why that was, and then I explained it, and then now I'm like, why can't I get over 17k? So like, people didn't even watch the video, and then they start commenting. My most recent Guild Wars 2 video, I posted it today. It was like a 5-minute video. It's a quick watch. I have not dabbled in World v World at all. I've only logged in to get the Warclaw. Hey, what's up, Five? How you doing? Dude, the majority of them were all about my spec skill. There were a couple of people who actually had good tips, but like, my question was, is it the spec that's stopping me from getting there? What you guys don't know is that after I posted that video, Zargol, who's the person who makes all of the Snowcrow Necro build guides, Zargol actually messaged me and was like, hey, I'll teach you everything you need to know. Just hit me up sometime. So like, you know, it's solid. Hey, what's up, Wukong? Nice to see you. The next Asmon? Dude, I hope not. I did not see the poll result from the summit. What was it? They just like me, bro. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't understand. Like, it's so funny. I literally call myself little old me to Zarg because I was just like, you know, I feel so odd that these people all reach out to me and like talk to me, you know, because like I said, about a year ago, I tried to get into guilds in World of Warcraft and I applied to over 24 guilds and I didn't get into a single one. Which is kind of embarrassing, but now, you know, it's like, you got crews of people, dude. I'm level 58, dude. It's nuts. I've only put like, how many hours do I actually have in? Where do I check that? It's not here. Where is it? I know where it is. It's in my quest tab, and then it's over here. 3 days, 19. Okay, so I'm actually kind of deep, honestly, as far as like the level that I'm at. I could be much higher if I was doing this efficiently. Well, I appreciate that, Wukong. Thank you for popping by, dude. You know, I appreciate you guys watching. I hope that you guys enjoy the content. I have like lots of plans for other content coming up, more MMO stuff, different MMO stuff. Like, I definitely want to make a video talking about Maple Story at some point. And yeah, man, I'm glad to give you guys something to listen to while you're playing video games. That's like one of my favorite things to have as well. If I wasn't on stream right now, I would have like an Asmon video or a Josh Strife Hayes video or a Jimmy video or a Settled video or something playing in the background while I was playing this game. So like, you know, I appreciate it. I am still playing how a new player would play, no guides and stuff. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I didn't even... This was my first time doing the agility pyramid, dude. This was my very first time ever doing the agility pyramid. We're not even playing like a beginner anymore. We just are beginners at this point. Yeah, I get that vibe a lot from Guild Wars 2 community, that you guys just like... And like, that's one of the big reasons that I'm so happy to make content for Guild Wars 2, is because I know that you guys don't have a lot of marketing force behind your game. And what you really just... This is like... Okay, so this is what I'm going to say about Guild Wars 2. all of you guys need to be making content about Guild Wars 2, regardless of how you make it. Even if you're just talking over top of some gameplay footage of you playing the game, like, you guys just need to get that game seen by more people, because that's the biggest problem with Guild Wars 2, is that people just don't have it put in their faces as a real alternative to all the other video games that they play. But if they did, and they really understood what was going on inside of Guild Wars 2, they would be... like, that game would blow up like crazy, dude. All of the complaints that people have about World of Warcraft are solved in Guild Wars 2. That doesn't mean that you're going to bring all of the World of Warcraft players over, but you could definitely get a sizable chunk of them for sure. I could totally see that 5. It is a game that was, like, basically never pitched to me in any kind of way. I only knew about Guild Wars 2 because of the fact that people, like, that I'm super deep into MMOs, and I just always am, like, keeping track of all the different MMOs that are going on. That's the only reason that I knew about it previously. So, like, I could totally see how you've only heard about it through my videos. That's one of the big reasons, honestly, like, so, like, I think a thing that I'm sort of thinking about lately with the video creation stuff is that my channel really is about, like, advertising the different MMOs to the people who like each one by me sort of gathering up a hub of people from each MMO and then showing them the other ones that I'm playing at the same time. Like, all the Guild Wars 2 players who have never played Elder Scrolls Online are crazy to me because those games are so similar in a lot of ways, and if you like one, you would probably like the other one. Maple Story Worlds? What's Maple Story Worlds? Maple Lands? What's this? Explain. But yeah, dude, like, the company that runs Guild Wars 2 does a really bad job of marketing it, and they just don't care that much about it. Like, they really do only sponsor the people who already play Guild Wars 2, and they're not trying to, like, get new people. If ANET threw a bunch of money at Asmongold and said, hey, we want you to play this game for 100 hours, he would guarantee do it, and your fan base would jump, like, massively. Like, massively overnight. It would be the best advertisement investment that they would ever do in their entire lives. I mean, it's a free-to-download game. The servers would crash the next day. Like, the second that Asmon started streaming Guild Wars 2, the servers would crash. There would be so many people. That man has, like, 40,000 viewers on every single stream, dude. It's nuts. Once those VODs started hitting, it would just be huge. Old School Maple soon in North America? Is this like an actual legit official thing? Or is this real, Silvio? Or is this like a private server? Is this just like speculation? Has this been announced for real by the team? Dude, SO's good, dude. I'm like, that's one of the games that I'm gonna start playing in the next like few months for sure. I mean, I've already played it a bunch, but I'm gonna start on PC because I've only played it on PlayStation. So I'm gonna like start from the beginning and everything, and have a whole new account and start off in Morrowind again, which will be like my 20th time doing the Morrowind DLC. But I love that DLC, so it's the best place to start. It's in Korea right now? No frickin' way, dude. Bro, catch me in Kerning City PQ. For real, catch me in Kerning City PQ. That's huge. Yeah, I will definitely play that. That's sick. That's good. Good for them. They made the right choice. Maple Story is a good game as is, but the older version was better, for sure. Man, they really hate me on this, dude. For some reason, I've never gotten into it, but I haven't spent dozens and dozens of hours watching challenge runs on YouTube. Yeah, Tritty, if you've never gotten into RuneScape, I can literally tell you a video that will probably get you into RuneScape if you actually like dedicate yourself to watching the series that's along with it. For me, one of the biggest moments for me in RuneScape where I realized that like I was going to play the hell out of this game was when I started viewing Settled's channel, and he has this content creator called Settled where he does all these challenging methods of playing the game. And he has one where he locks himself to a single tile. It's called Tile Man. Tile Man by Settled. Look up this, and this will get you into RuneScape. And he locks himself to a single tile. So the tile he spawns on when he gets out of the tutorial is the only tile he can stand on until he gains 1,000 XP. And there is an NPC, a man, that you can pickpocket who wanders around that tile, and so he has to wait for that man to get there, and then he starts pickpocketing him, and that's how he gets his first 1000 XP to unlock his second tile, and that's how the game starts, and by the end of it, he beats RuneScape, and it's freaking wild, dude. It's so good, Tritty. It's so good. Like, that really opens your mind to what RuneScape is at its core. Really? So you only got into RuneScape like 3 to 4 years ago? Did you play it before that 5, or was that like your first experience with RuneScape? Swampletics was a really good series too. Swampletics, I think, is less good than Tileman. It's just the original one, so I think that's why it sort of sticks out in our minds a lot more. That's how I discovered Settled. Like, once Swampletics had already completely come out, like, I found that video where he was like, I locked my account to Mauritania, and Mauritania was always my favorite zone in RuneScape, so I immediately started watching it, and I watched it over the course of a day while I was working, and it just was mind-blowing, dude. Settled is a monster in this game. Settled might have more generalized game knowledge about RuneScape than anyone else in existence. Guild Wars 2 player that just got into RuneScape just did Demon Slayer. The game is tight. Dude, no, 100%. I'm glad. Welcome to the grind, dude. It's a whole different kind of situation for sure. RuneScape plays really well with Guild Wars 2, in my opinion, because there's a whole bunch of AFKing that you can do in RuneScape while you're playing Guild Wars 2. Like, you can be AFK in RuneScape for 30 minutes at a time, depending on what skill you're trying to do. So there's a lot of it that you can really get into. And, yeah, dude, it's like a non-boring quest system. The quests are all really, really well done and are very interesting. Like, it's a great game. One of the best MMOs that's out there for sure. Top 3, probably. Oh. It's weird, though, like, calling RuneScape an MMO feels like a disservice sometimes, because it has so many features that are different from other MMOs. Like, I would put Guild Wars 2 as probably being the most well-liked and maybe the best, like, true, like, tab targeting WASD movement MMO. But, you know, that's definitely a debatable thing for sure. Yeah, Tritty, I couldn't do RuneScape Classic. I played it when it first came out, and I played it a lot, but I was not good at it. Like, I did not know how to do anything. I was constantly bothering the older kids in my neighborhood for information about how to do it. Yeah, this is my first... I mean, I'm not actually an Iron Man, but I'm playing it like an Iron Man, so this is my first real Iron Man account. And then I'm playing an Iron Man in RuneScape 3 as well. Which, by the way, if you guys haven't played RuneScape 3, it's worth your time. Like, it's better than you think it is. Make an Iron Man. You already have membership. If you pay for membership on RuneScape, like, it's a good way to go for sure. About to hit 38 agility. We're really flirting with another run here at the agility pyramid right now. Like, I'm very close to the top over and over again, but I keep falling on not this obstacle, but, like, that obstacle after the block. If I can get through that, I think we can get to the top. Dude, I also fished the free-to-play Karamja dock every day for months. I remember that so much, dude. Being able to fish lobsters, like, I didn't even wait until I had the skill level to actually fish them efficiently. I just went straight there and started fishing lobsters. It took forever. Yes, agility level 38. Okay, once we get to 40, we'll really start succeeding here, but I am going to finish this run in the agility pyramid. I'll have 30k after this. This will be huge. Yeah, we've got it. Boom. Third pyramid. That's 30k in the bank. I could buy so many rune things now. Oh, come on. I have plenty of food. This will be fine. But, like, come on, dude. Let me get to the top so I can reset this. It's so dumb that you have to do more obstacles to reset the pyramid. Honestly, that's stupid. Just jump the gap, man. There you go. Okay. Another pyramid down. We're doing good. I might actually get, like, a sizable cash stack to be able to do this. At some point, I'll probably use the agility pyramid to get, like, a mill. Dude, people don't understand how important Catherby is as far as, like, a city that you can actually fish in efficiently, because they never played the game, like, free-to-play back in the day. That's one thing that I think people really miss out on whenever they just watch these guides and they're like, I'm just going to go and get membership right as soon as I log into the game. Which, by the way, when I was a kid, I wanted membership on a new character so badly because I thought, and this wasn't true, but I thought that if you had membership before you made your account, before you made your character and character customization, that there would be different character customization options unlocked. It wasn't true. I never did it, but that's what I thought would happen. Do the desert quest? Dude, I have so much to do in RuneScape 3. It's nuts. I've been working on Necromancer. Like, I got really obsessed with that. I did this off stream, but I finished the City of Easy Achievement Diary so that my bones could go directly to the thing on drop, so I don't have to worry about picking up bones anymore, because bones were becoming such an inventory filler whenever I was grinding. So I spent like a whole day, like 7 hours doing that in RuneScape 3. Just finishing up all the quests that I needed for that. RuneScape 3 I'm having a really good time with, because since I've never played it before, and like, you know, I'm not like super worried about doing everything consistently on stream, so I can play it offline. Of course you can join my clan, dude. There should be somebody having it open currently. Also, if you wait until until this run is over, and I go back to Alcarid Bank, I'll let you in there if there's nobody else to get you in. Yeah, maybe just make a new one. I hate jumping back into games personally, although I do think that it's the better way if you actually want to progress. It probably wouldn't take you that long to get back into it. Did you play RuneScape 3 at all before, or was it just like your main that just carried over? Well, I'm glad to have you in Guild Wars 2 for sure. We have to start doing the guild events in Guild Wars 2. We need to get a guild hall really badly. No, don't dismiss him. I wanted that piece for the collection logs, dude. Well, whatever. I'll get another one. I think I have one more piece of the beekeeper outfit, maybe two. A bit after EOC, but fell off. It's way different than it was at launch now. Like, from what I've heard, the game systems are just built differently now. It's honestly solid. It's so funny, dude. Like, I made a video where I was like talking about how it's really not that much different from old school RuneScape, and people were like, actually, it's way different. Once you get to higher levels, you know, things change quite a bit. There's different items in this game, and there's different enemies in this game. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not saying it's not different at all. I'm saying that it's still RuneScape, you know? Like, it is still RuneScape 100% through and through. I'm gonna get another run right here, dude. This is gonna be crazy. It still just feels like RuneScape. That's all I can say. I'm getting close to 40 agility, so it makes sense that I'm starting to do better at the pyramid, but still, I'm just so glad. It was a struggle originally to get through this, dude. Come on, pass through this, and we're like at a pretty safe spot as far as getting through here. Cool. Okay. Yeah, we've got this. If I fall all the way down now, it'll shock me. I'd have to get really unlucky. Just jinx myself a little bit to make it more entertaining. Jump over this. Jump across the gap. Yep, that's another run. Man, I'm really getting on this now. Bro, that's huge. This is the biggest cash stack I've had on this account. What? Bro. Why did you step back across it? Whatever. We gotta reset this pyramid. Dude. That's crazy. That's crazy. Get across this. I bet he falls. Nope. Okay, cool. Come on, brother. Don't be like this to me. Yeah, the quests are definitely different, but it's like still RuneScape. Like, this is like what I'm trying to tell people is like, I'm not saying there haven't been changes made. I'm saying that it still feels like RuneScape. The things you like about RuneScape are still there. It's just like a different version of RuneScape that's been really well done by people. It's like totally worth playing if you're a RuneScape fan. Just ignore the microtransactions. No, I got it. What's my favorite thing about RuneScape 3? Oh man, I'm really not super far into it. I have like less than 20 hours in RuneScape 3 at this point. So far though, my favorite thing is just that it feels like a version of RuneScape that I've never played before. And that allows me to like re-experience things and like have new experiences in a game that I already know so much like the back of my hand. Like there's so few things that I haven't done in old school RuneScape at this point, and they are out there, but there are significantly fewer than something like RuneScape 3. And, you know, it's just really nice to be, like, wall-to-wall with brand new things inside of the mechanical systems of RuneScape. That's really fun. Each bond you buy, you get treasure hunter keys. I can't even use treasure hunter keys. 100%, Jack, yeah. I mean, honestly, RuneScape 3 feels like if it was 2024's RuneScape, you know? Like, I know that it hasn't been updated that far, but, like, there's so much going on in it, dude. Necromancy is totally different. There's a whole different kind of skill overhaul that's going on in RuneScape, or in RuneScape 3. There was obviously a point in their design decisions where they said, let's add more menus to everything, and, there's like way more methods of training things that are all interlinked together. Like in order to train up necromancy, you have to do the necromancy rituals in order to get the things. And that sort of came about in summoning, right? Where like summoning requires you to gather a whole bunch of things and then put them all together in order to be able to unlock the actual like act of summoning. But then summoning itself actually gives you XP as well. So there's like, it becomes this really deep interwoven system per skill, not just for all the skills merged together. Whereas, like, back in the day, you could just get to level 99 woodcutting just by standing in front of a tree and swinging an axe. The skills aren't that way in modern RuneScape, and that's something that I think probably puts a lot of people off. Honestly, to be really real, I think that a lot of the people who don't like RuneScape 3 vehemently, they would never say this because it would be an ego blow to them, but it's because it's like more complicated in the way of putting things together, and it's not as easy to build an efficiency map for RuneScape 3. Like if you can buy all of your skills if that's really the way that you want to go, but if you play RuneScape 3, like you're not going to have a good time doing it efficiently. I just don't think it's really possible. I agree that the RuneScape 3 hate is unjustified. It's just like a carryover. Dude, people just like that shit. Or people just like to hate on stuff. You know what I mean? That's just the truth of it all. The World of Warcraft hate is unjustified. Like, you have the option to play the game the way that you claim that you liked it the best, and still people are out there hating on it. It's like, dude, at some point, it's just because that you're an adult now and you don't like to play this video game the way that you used to, and that's not the video game's fault. Yeah, dude, there's actually a version of RuneScape it's not official, but it's like a mobile game, and it's literally just AFK RuneScape. There's no graphical interface that looks like this. It's all menus and items, and it's literally just like fishing and stuff, but just the numbers. It's basically like spreadsheet AFK RuneScape. People really like that. Held you back is always the sub. I don't have, you know, I am a privileged person in that way that like I have the, you know, the benefit of living in America. So like $15 at this point for me is like, you know, I mean, $15 a month for a video game sub is so cheap when you consider the fact that like I can't even fill up a tank of gas in my car for less than like $35 at this point, you know? So like $15 for RuneScape is, you know, or for an MMO is just like kind of cheap, honestly, in the grand scheme of things. And that's only because of the fact that inflation has gone out of control here. Yeah, Melvor Idol, that's what it's called. Old school RuneScape, not even low-key, was just straight up born from the hate of RuneScape 3. If RuneScape 3 would have succeeded and been popular, then, like, it would have done really, really well. The real problem with RuneScape 3 is that when you log into RuneScape 3 for the first time, it puts you in Berthorpe instead of Lumbridge. If it put you in Lumbridge and didn't try to handhold you at the beginning of RuneScape 3, people would play RuneScape 3 and enjoy it, and we never would have had old school RuneScape. But because they made you start out in Berthorpe and people felt uncomfortable and felt like it wasn't RuneScape anymore, which is the big factor, they just felt like this is a different game completely now. You don't even start in Lumbridge. That really changed people's perception of RuneScape 3, 100%. 15 bucks is 30 days working for you? Are you for real, Nathan? That's crazy. Do they not prorate it in your country? I know a lot of companies, like in, I think it's in Brazil maybe, that things get prorated, like World of Warcraft gets prorated down to like super cheap levels. I don't even remember what EOC was like at release at this point, honestly. Guys, this is my, oh my gosh, it's so good now. The numbers are huge. We're killing it. I can almost afford a room plate body. Room plate bodies are what, 55K? Something like that? Am I wrong on that? It really should be adjusted based on where you live for sure, because like, $15 USD is so different than $15 like USD to another country. You know what I mean? Like just based on exchange rates and everything. I could see that, Nathan. I've actually heard that from quite a few people that like, where was it? What game was it? Maybe it was World of Warcraft. I think it was RuneScape. That like RuneScape farming gold is actually like one of the best jobs that you can get in a lot of countries because of like the exchange rates of USD and everything. That's wild, dude. David, it's a great change as far as actual quality of life goes, but as far as player retention from old school to RuneScape 3, it's a bad change. Just because people want to start in Lumbridge. Nostalgia is a hell of a drug, dude. Yeah, people using what's it called? VPNs in order to scam that. I could see that. They should be able to find a fix for that, though. It's pretty unfair to gate it away from people just because of the fact that, like, they live in another country. Nathan, do you mind me asking where you're from? If you don't want to answer that, that's totally fine. Just ignore the comment. I have theories based off of what you're saying, but... Yeah, like I said, I know for World of Warcraft, so like World of Warcraft had this absolutely huge piracy problem where people were like always trying to pirate that game. And most of those people who were pirating the game were in like Brazil because it was so expensive in Brazil to play World of Warcraft. So then they prorated across different countries depending on what the currency's exchange rates were and actually like how difficult it would be to get there. And after they did that, their piracy problem basically went completely away. But like I said, I've heard of this issue before. It is nonsense, dude. Global currency all the way. Like it's super unfair that the work that you do in other countries is valued less or more depending on like where you're doing it. And you know, in some ways, like America is sort of heading that way. Like there isn't any kind of like secondary place that Americans really spend their currency the way that America has developed for other countries. You know, like we don't have like. We're not like buying from China and China's rates are super high compared to ours, but things are starting to inflate kind of out of control in America where like, you know, in small towns, the average income is like $13 an hour and it costs like $2,000 a month to rent a place. So it's like nearly impossible to actually like survive unless you're grandfathered in or like have a rent share with people and all those kinds of things. So it's pretty wild, dude. Economies are nutso. Hey, what's up, Calum? How you doing? This run's almost over, but I got 30K out of this run, so that's absolutely massive. Yeah, I get that it punishes strong economies. I am of the belief that, like, excess should be spread around rather than, like, brought to only one place. Now, there's issues with how to do that, and I don't have a good answer for how to do it, and I don't think anyone has a good answer for how to do it to make it actually fair. But, like, you know, people shouldn't be starving in other countries so that I can have a good life. Like, I would take a slight decrease in my quality of life in order to, like, make other people's life better, you know? I'm a big believer in giving more than you get, you know? Like, I don't know. I don't want to talk too much about, like, giving money away, but, you know, I'm a big believer in it. It's a really good thing to do. That's the way my parents are, too, though. Still $7.25? Yeah, dude. It's like 10 an hour here. I think it's 10 an hour here. It's been a long time since I've worked, like, a wage job. Yeah, OSRS is going good. I'm trying to get more money so that I can buy things, because I'm playing an Iron Man, so I can't do any kind of merchant or anything. Merking. But yeah, Ronaldo, the statement of it's difficult is honestly an understatement. Like, we can't figure it out. $16 in Canada? That's pretty good. You're Canadian doubloons, though. How do those translate to USD? Yeah, definitely someone will, but, like, I don't think that saying, like, well, there will be bad actors is a good reason to just, like, not do it. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to, like, you can just find someone in your real life who got diagnosed with cancer last month and can't now work, and so they're having troubles monetarily, and you can just give them 20 bucks. Like, Venmo might take their portion of that 20 bucks, but you can do that. And, like, a lot of people will, like, say things like, oh, someone will take advantage of it, and then they just don't give anything to anyone, and it's like, yeah, but, like, you know, there are good things that you can do still, you know, even though there are people who will take advantage of good nature. And also, I'm a big believer that, like, once I hand that money over, dude, like, it's just none of my business what people do with it, you know? Like, I did the right thing. And, like, as my parents would say, like, you know, you give it to God, and then whatever God does with it is up to him. It's not yours anymore, you know? Like, you don't have to worry about what they're doing with it. Just because I didn't make an Iron Man whenever I was making this character, so now I can't go back and change it. I don't know if it's impossible on the global scale. I think that saying that it's impossible, like, you know, dude, humans might end up living forever one day. Like, I don't think that anything's impossible for humanity. It might be a really, really hard problem to solve, but if you never get people to work on it, then, like, you'll never actually solve that problem. But, like, you can send aid to other countries, and you can, you know, you can go and help out in places and figure out ways to make it work. Like, you know, when there's earthquakes in Haiti, we send money over there and help them rebuild their infrastructure, and, like, that's a good thing to do, for sure. Yeah, I do think that, like, a lot of it is about, like, training and like, helping people to help themselves, you know? Like, that's, like, one of the best things that you can give someone is, like, the gift of education, obviously. You know, it's like one of those things where if you're in a foreign country, if you're in a country that's not, like, English-speaking natively, one of the best things you can do for yourself is learn English, but there's no equivalent to that in, like, America. But, like, you can improve your earning capability so much just by, you know, speaking one more language, and that's a really, really hard thing to do. Like, learning a second language is an extremely difficult challenge, and, like, Americans just don't realize how little challenge, and there is a lot of challenge living in America, don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to, like, belittle any of that, but, like, the things that we take for granted in America are, like, a big, difficult challenge for other people that we didn't really have to deal with, you know, just because we happen to live in the country that is, like, one of the big ones. Dude, I really should have a counter on stream for the amount of times I get the Iron Man question. It would probably solve the problem, honestly. I have made it to the top of the pyramid 4 times on this run, dude. It feels really good, honestly. I'm just here grinding it out until I run out of food, which has happened now. I can take one more fall, so I'm just going to do that because I want, you know, the experience is good too. I'm at level 4. I'm about 39. I'm almost at level 40 agility at this point. Proper plumbing and heating. I mean, just like access to clean water. I mean, you know, dude. Building wells in other countries, like sending money to build wells. Find a charity that tries to build wells in foreign countries. Dude, that couldn't have been worse timing. Bro. Okay. Hold on. Bro. Well, you can't teach without resources, Decibel, is like the thing. Like, they come hand in hand. That's the problem, is that it's a system, and that we as humans need to work to build better systems. But building systems costs money and resources. Like, it is a... I think it comes from a place of greed to be like, we shouldn't give money to people. Like, they should just learn how to make the money themselves. And it's like, yeah, but making money is easier when you have money already. So, like, you know, it's like a thing that I've thought about quite a bit. Dude, I can't believe I died. I can talk to death and get all my stuff back for free. Can I get my 30k back for free? Dude, Pyramid does know its DPS rotation. That really hit hard. I forgot that water, or being out of water skins hits you so hard. Dude, it really did do me double damage. I didn't have a water... I was out of water skin, so I took the damage from that. Life is way more expensive when you're poor, dude. It's nuts. You know, if you can afford to buy, like, an entire cow at once, like, that's significantly cheaper than buying, you know, a couple £100 of meat in a store. Like, it is, you know, if you can own your own house and grow your own food, if you can, like, afford to put solar all over your roof and have an electric car that charges off of the solar energy and then sell that money back to the grid, like, it goes all the way down. Like, if you have billions of dollars, you can live so much cheaper than somebody who only has, you know, 20,000 a year in income. Okay, well, that's fair. I'll take that. 50k, though. Yeah, 100%. I grew up, my parents were big into gardening. Like, you know, when I was a kid, dude, we had to pick green beans in my parents' yard. So, like, I don't know if you guys know what hollers are, but hollers are like these places between mountains that are considered to be pretty rednecky. But one good thing about those places, there's a lot of self-sustained, like, thought process going on, you know? Like, people live in shacks, but they have gardens out back where they grow their own food, and, like, a lot of people live off grid up there, and there's just, like, a lot of interesting things. So, you know, it was, like, an interesting time, for sure, to grow up that way. But, like, dude, we had to pick green beans, and there were so many green beans, and my parents would get so mad because we would miss them. It was wild, dude. Hey, enjoy Monster Hunter. I actually might play Monster Hunter on stream before too long. I love that game, dude. I have Monster Hunter World that I got on PC, and I, like, speed ran a lot of the game, but I haven't actually gotten into in-game stuff on it yet, so I kind of want to push that account further. What can I buy with this cash stack? Like, what was that? What was that noise? I wish that I had a better way of seeing the Twitch notifications. Huh? Oh yeah, I thought for sure I heard something just now, but maybe it was in my mind. Okay, I guess I could just continue running the pyramid for a little while. I put away, like... Huh? Dude, Ronaldo, that's totally such a good thing to do. Like, you know, I used to be a vegetarian. I used to be a vegan too. But like, you know, I think factory farming is a terrible thing that happens. Unfortunately, for a lot of people, that's the reality of how your food is made. And, you know, far be it from me to use a moral high ground in order to belittle what other people have to do to survive. And I think that's one of the most ugly things that vegans and vegetarians do. Hey, Cake, thank you for the subscription at Tier 1, dude. I appreciate that. It's super nice of you. Bimbo. Huh? What? Go on, baby. Go on. You get her out. My dog is having a problem currently. My dog appears to be constipated, guys. You good? Okay, she's fine. She's fine. Well, thank you, Cake. I appreciate it. Sorry that you guys just had to go through that with me. What were we talking about before? Anyways, yeah, vegetarian veganism. Like, far be it from me to use a moral high ground in order to belittle, like, the challenges that other people have to go through. And I think that is the ugliest thing that vegans do, where they're like, there's no excuse to not be a vegan. It's like, there are hundreds of excuses to not be a vegan, dude. For real. Like, and they're all valid. Like, I'm glad that you have figured out a way to live in a way that is more sustainable, supposedly, and do all these things. But, like, the fact that you're just using it to lord over other people and try to make them feel bad about themselves to bring them into your club because you've been brainwashed to the point that you feel like that club is the only way that you can live, and if you don't, you're a terrible person. It's like, buddy, what you're doing right now, I could argue is worse for humanity than, like, just eating the fucking steak, you know? Sorry for the F-bomb, guys. I get so irritated by those people, like, you know? Like I said, and I was vegan for a long time. I was vegetarian for a long time. You know, I had a 4-year period where I didn't eat any dairy, eggs, like anything, like just straight veganism, beans, the you know, peanuts, sweet potatoes, pasta, like just, you know, all that stuff. And like, I think it's such an ugly thing to make other people feel bad because of the choices that they've made in their lives. Buying a 10-acre piece of property soon. I plan to build a cabin, make it as self-sustained as I can, and easily easing my own meat, animals, and planting my own garden. That's really cool, dude. I would love to do that. That would be really fun. Oh, I still make vegan chili. Tiff doesn't like chili with meat in it, so we make vegan chili. Veganism, like, I've had a lot of unintentional veganism points in my life too, where I've been like really broke, you know, like really broke, and it's like, okay, well, we're getting like tomatoes, beans, onions, and pepper, and we're making like vegan chili, and we're just living off this for weeks, putting it over top of macaroni. Like, I've had a lot of those periods in my life too. Yeah, I could see that. I try to do raw veganism. I like, you know, there's so much improper health information out there, and like, you know, people are like, this is the thing that like people don't know about the marketing schemes that are going on at work here, dude, is like, you know, there are companies that are paying these people to pretend to be vegan online and spread misinformation so that they can sell more of their products. Like, that's a real thing. Like, okay, and these companies that do that are not even necessarily straight vegan companies. People like Hormel that have vegan options that don't sell as many of those products, but those products are made from, a lot of times, like the scraps and byproducts of other products that they make. And they know that there are people out there who like are not going to respond to marketing for other ways. So the way they convince people to eat more of that product is by paying people online to be like vegan advocates and things. It's a very dirty place. And then kids grow up watching these vegan advocates and like believe the things that they're saying wholeheartedly, and they're just being lied to the whole time. It's nuts, dude. It's really nuts. Rice and lentils, dude, I've totally been there. You can live off some rice and beans, though, honestly, dude. Like, it's not the worst. If you can afford, like, a ham hock to throw in there as well, like, you know, rice and beans could be worse, man. I'll tell you what, dying might not be the worst thing that happened to me. That was a pretty quick little teleport back. Like, just staying until I die and then getting my items from death. It also fills my health back up. Like, that might be kind of a move. Yeah, most people would lie on the internet for money, dude. You know, especially, like, you know, they're like, oh, you're pretty. Now you don't have to leave your house and you can just make $60,000 a year by just lying to strangers on the internet. Like, that's... A lot of people will go for that, man. Yeah, and the vegan strongman, the thing that he didn't tell you is that he wasn't vegan for a long time, and then he was. Like, he had built most of that muscle beforehand, and then, like, most of his diet was just, like, protein shakes and stuff, because, you know, it's hard to get excess protein at like, a manageable calorie amount. You know, people... And then, like, the one thing that vegans tell you all the time is, like, people eat too much protein as is. It's like, that's not true. Like... Track your protein intake on a day-to-day basis. If you're not somebody who's actively trying to eat protein, it's probably less than 30 grams of protein a day. I'm doing the agility pyramid currently. I'm trying to get a cash stack so I can get full rune and get a couple other things and like start training range and all that stuff. Let's just go ahead and eat one of these. I know it's a waste, but it doesn't matter. It was 1 gold. Go to buy my water skins, and let's go back to the agility pyramid. Hey, what's up, my cummies? How you doing? Steroids aren't vegan either. Great point. We've all been there, Jack, you know? Listen, guys, I try to always make sure that, like, the thing that I put in the title does come back around to actually meaning something, to not truly clickbait people. But, like, you know, there's a science to getting views. It just is true. Hey, that's cool, Mist. I'm glad. I love when people gift subs. I think that's a really cool thing whenever people like pay money so that other people can watch ad-free. The ads on Twitch are damn intrusive, dude. There's no way for me to turn them off, which is really, really frustrating. They don't even make me any money at all. I mean, you know, I think my ad revenue on Twitch is like a few dollars a month or something like that. But if you want to be partnered so that people can sub to you and everything, like, you have to run ads. And you can barely control the frequency. Like, there's so little that you can do. Like, I can run an ad every 30 minutes if I want to, and then it'll, like, turn off ads for a little while, but it takes so much effort on my part to, like, actually run the ad. I had a bot set up for it at one point, but it was a whole thing. Yeah, if you pay for YouTube Premium, do you still see ads on the stream on YouTube or not? Yeah, dude, the Twitch ads are really annoying. Like, legitimately. Selling gold on ESO got you banned after a while. They allow trading gold for crown points, though. So, like, that's basically money. Okay, cool. I have YouTube Premium, so I don't even know what the ad situation is like on there. It's, like, basically included with my tuition for school. Do you have an ad blocker installed? That's kind of a W, though, dude. Like, I wouldn't say that too loudly over here, dude. Someone might come and take it away from you. That's pretty sick. Weird glitch. Ooh. That's pretty good, man. I had a friend who played Fallout 76 and sold guns in Fallout 76 and made, like, really good money. During the pandemic, it was his entire income, and he, like, paid his rent and everything off of it. YouTube hates him for this weird one trick. Simply go to Google and watch... Oh, I shouldn't say that. Linus Tech Tips got their video taken down for that. Simply go to Google and watch your YouTube videos on the Google search page, and there are no advertisements. You need OSRS old login accounts? Like, you're just trying to, like, buy people's login accounts? Oh, I can turn the chat on. I forgot about that. That's so bizarre. Well, they've obviously done something on your account that's, like, you know, on the back end, but I would leave it alone. I would delete everything that you've said here, and I would never talk about it again. It might be. I'm gonna leave it alone for a second. If it's not, I'm gonna ban him. Oh, I fell again. Per run, it's 10K. If you can get to the top, which I do a lot of the times. Like, I made 30K in the past, like, 30 minutes or something. $10K run indeed. Once you get to, like, level 50, it's actually really, really good money per hour. A lot of Iron Men, this is the way that they make, like, their first meal. Agility Pyramid. The funnest place to go. I'm trying to get a cash stack. I want to buy full rune, dude. Like, it's unfair that I don't have full rune yet. They should just spoon it to me. Honestly, gear upgrades aren't that huge, but I just want it for the clout. And also, like, full rune is going to be... I mean, until I get the fighter torso, full rune is going to be what I wear for a very long time. And you could do most of the content. Like, I could do fight caves in full rune if I really wanted to. Yeah, you totally do. We were just talking about that with somebody a little bit ago. I think it was Nathan, actually, who was talking about it. How, like, they make more money selling gold than they would working a job in their country. It's a true cryptocurrency at work. You just have to have... Okay, Joe, this is an interesting topic, actually. I think that it's all about being able to moderate yourself. That, like, it's just about having a bunch of goals in place and just knowing what those goals are and then just feeling out what you want to do in that day. There is a pull to continue to play Guild Wars 2, and sometimes it is hard to stop. Like, I almost streamed Guild Wars 2 tonight, and then I decided against it because I thought about it a little bit. But, like, I do Zens, right? And, like... I actively train my moderating abilities by just telling my brain no to Zen sometimes and just sitting there and dealing with the feeling of not getting what my biochemistry wants. So, like, I think that's a big part of it, honestly. And also, like I said, I think it's good for you. Level 40 agility, there we go. I think it's good for you to actually, like, play different games. I really do. A lot of people disagree with this concept, and they call me, like, an MMO jumper, which I think is the funniest thing in the world, that, like, by playing more than one video game, I'm somehow a bad person. But I think it's good for your brain to experience other games so that you can sort of see what you like and what you don't like all over the place. Hey, what's up, dude? What's going on here? With a party of 28. Hey, dude, thank you for the raid, Psychotic. I appreciate it, dude. Thank you so much. I never get raided on RuneScape. That seems to be a Guild Wars 2 experience, so thank you, dude. This is huge. Massive view numbers on RuneScape right now. Thank you, guys. I actually have a sword. That's where that emoji came from, that emote came from. Oh no! That one could have been avoided. That was me being stupid. I was too busy paying attention to the raid. It was so cruddy. Well, thank you guys. Thank you. Mist, thank you for telling people about me. I appreciate that, dude. Spread the word, fellas. I never tell people to promote me. I feel awkward doing it, but thank you. I appreciate the views for sure. Like I said, RuneScape's a hard one for me to get views on nowadays. Yeah, guys, leave a like, do the things. Yeah, it's pretty good XP. I'm like pretty happy with the agility pyramid in general, honestly. The money's like really, really good for the account currently. Like I said, I want to get full rune out of it, and I'm trying to get all these things, so it's really nice. Oh, I like that emote. Those little heart containers. That's super cool, dude. Were you playing RuneScape, Psychotic? So you were not playing RuneScape, or were you playing RuneScape 3? I'm so confused. How'd you get here with the raid? You were playing Space Marines. Well, I appreciate you, dude. bringing people who've never played RuneScape to RuneScape before. It is extremely old. RuneScape players. So I have this thing about RuneScape right now. Currently, I've been playing RuneScape 3 as well. And if I had to suggest a version of RuneScape to get people into the game that I knew would hook them, I would probably suggest RuneScape 3. But if I could suggest anything to anyone and I could guarantee that they would get into playing it, I would suggest old school RuneScape. But you have to learn to see through all of the stuff for sure. Oh, I don't have the bot set up, Mist. I'm sorry. Oh yeah, the music's really, really good. Dude, it's such a good game. Like, legitimately, there's just, like, a lot to do, and the grind feels really good. The numbers go up. There's a slight addiction to RuneScape for sure. Like, I have to continue to balance it all the time, but it's a good time. It really feels nice. The way that you play, the feeling of sort of being slightly relaxed, but also having a challenge at all times, it's a very good thing to sort of dive into in long periods of time. Also, how is Space Marines 2? I never played Space Marines, so I don't know what that game even is. Hey, nice to see you, Doc. Morning. It's getting close to morning for me, too. It's like, what, 3:11? Yeah, it's 3:11, dude. Is that a band? Two is fantastic, really. I might have to look into it. Like I said, I never played any of the original Space Marines game, and I really don't know what kind of game Space Marines 2 is. Very Alpha, rip my shirt off cinematic. So it's like sort of building one, oh, what was that game called? The really popular one that came out recently, Helldivers. It was built off Helldivers sort of concept. That's what that game feels like to me. He got you off of old school RuneScape? Really? I'll have to look into it. I feel like it's a game that you could sort of take a diversion for a month into and sort of play a little bit. I have so many MMOs, though. It's ridiculous. Do you guys play any MMOs? You want to know my secret? I woke up at midnight, Duck. This is my morning still. Like, I went to bed at 4 p.m. yesterday, and I woke up at midnight. It's good, dude. You tried WoW for one day? Oh, dude, you don't even know what WoW feels like, man. WoW has great combat. You don't even know what it feels like to play a class yet. You just think that all you do is press 1 and 2. Dude, there's so much going on in that game. It becomes crazy. You could map that game to a controller and it would feel insane to you. Really, guys? I have played Project Zomboid, yep. Not as much as some people have, but yeah, I've played Project Zomboid. I have a friend who's super, super into it, and we went around setting off car alarms and ruining cities for quite a little while. You don't know nothing? Nah, dude, you're fine. But MMOs are fun, man. You should try to get into them at some point if you're into that kind of thing, for sure. Like, super, super long grinds, you know, like, huge skill building, big alpha energy and late game content a lot of times, like people yelling at each other and getting upset over like people wiping raids. To give you a little peek behind the curtain of what MMOs are like, psychotic. Like, imagine an RPG where you're fighting a boss, or you're fighting through a series of bosses with a group of people, and doing these bosses can take up to an hour of time. And if you wipe on one of them, you have to start over again, and you can wipe because one person makes a mistake. That's what MMORPGs end up being, like super late game for a lot of people. Hey, Jay, what's up? I didn't see you slip in, dude. Nice to see you. Cosmeteer, it's a lot of fun. Is it like Faster Than Light kind of vibes? Hey, dude, what's up? Yeah, we're over here on YouTube. YouTube's my primary platform for streaming. Twitch is like a newer thing. Although I started out on Twitch years and years ago. Like, I think my oldest VOD is like 4 years old, and that's only because I deleted the ones from 8 years ago because I'm embarrassed. They were bad, dude. I was so chunky. I was so chunky back then. Dude, can I please get through this? I have had the worst agility pyramid luck on this run. Okay, maybe I could check into that then. That sounds pretty good. I really want to play Core Keeper. That's the game that has been racking my brain a little bit on the single player side. I did play Endless Online when I was younger. Indeed, I did. I never got good at Endless Online, but yes, I played quite a bit of Endless Online. I was really young at that point, like 7, 8 years old. Do I think the Grand Exchange is a net negative to RuneScape? No, I think it was a net positive. I think that the Grand Exchange in general has like helped a lot of people be able to play this game who never would have been able to play this game. And a lot of people only see the game through their own perspective, and they don't think about the people who come to this game and don't know anything about it and don't have the time into other MMOs to actually be able to efficiently learn this game and know what's up. So like, yeah, I think the Grand Exchange was a net positive because it gives people a really simple place to go and buy the things that they need to buy in order to progress their account. I think that's a really good thing. Oh my gosh, I keep falling. Probably like 50. Really, I'm here for money over everything, but it's also just a benefit to go ahead and get my agility up a little bit too. But once I get to 50, this will be a lot easier, so probably 50. Yeah, I think that a group would be the best for Core Keeper as well. I think it would do a really good thing for my brain to actually have some people to play it with instead of just playing it by myself. And then I could stream it too. You actually designed the ship? Ooh, that sounds fun. So have you played Evil 9, Jay? You played a bit of Guild Wars 2 and you still think I prefer the game over every other MMORPG? Yeah, I also agree with you, Salazar. Like, I could definitely see that, especially if you're not a big MMO player. Like, Guild Wars 2 offers you a lot of opportunity to do things that aren't MMO-based. Like exploring the world, doing jump puzzles, you know, crafting, like lots and lots of things that are very available to you at the beginning of that game that usually take a lot longer to get to. And I definitely see why that works. I think YouTube does let you gift memberships. I don't know how it works, but Nana definitely did that at one point for sure. You played Eve? Do you think that I should play Eve, Jay? To see me try Space Marines? I could do it. I could try Space Marines. It's the game of the month currently, which means that in like 2 weeks, no one will want me to play Space Marines anymore. I'm very careful about trying to stay away from things like that because it can become such a money sink to just like throw $60 on like every game. But if it keeps up in popularity, I could definitely see playing Space Marines at some point. I don't know anything about the YouTube streaming platform. I just clicked the go live button. I don't even have a thumbnail in this video, dude. There's some housekeeping I need to do on YouTube. Space Marines is Warhammer? Okay. Well, then, now I'm interested. There's a Warhammer MMO, right? Is Space Marines single player primarily, or is it like... What is Space Marines exactly? Hey, miss. Thank you for gifting 5 memberships, dude. I didn't mean to push you to that, by the way. I just wanted to clear up that I did think it was possible. Thank you for gifting 5 memberships, dude. That's super nice of you. I appreciate that. And now all these people get to be part of the membership club, dude. That's really cool. Are there anything that you guys would like to see as far as membership content goes? Tiff said that I should make a members-only Discord and do members-only streams. We don't have a whole lot of members at this point. Would you guys be interested in something like that? Or, like, do you think it would feel empty? Like, how do you guys feel about those concepts? Both co-op? So is it, like, only online, or is it like, offline as well? With PvP and stuff? Is it like a third-person shooter or something? I know that people have really big armor inside of it, and that makes me interested. And I love big old shoulders in a video game. You can do single player? Third-person shooter? I'm interested. So is it kind of like Gears of War? Would that be a good way to describe it? I've played some Gears of War. Oh. There we go. There we go. I'm getting the carpal tunnel from clicking on RuneScape, dude. I haven't gotten to the agility pyramid once on this run yet. That's pretty ridiculous. Yes, without the wall bouncing. Not as cover-based, but it's similar. So more just like stand and deliver, like tactical shooting, or what? Better melee. I kind of gotta watch some videos about Space Marines. I was on Guild Wars 2 earlier today. Just men doing manly. Just dudes being bros, dude. Just men being dudes. Is that what it is? Just boys being dudes. Oh, dude. Crossplay is absolutely huge. I love a good crossplay game. Was he like playing with people online too, or was he just playing it solo, or how was he working it out? Guys being dudes. That's the one, dude. I have this thing where I'm terrible at quoting quotes. I get the vibe of what the quote is usually, but I'm terrible at remembering things verbatim word for word. I used to play in a band, and I would sing in that band, and remembering the lyrics to the songs that I had written was extremely difficult for me. My brain just doesn't operate that way for some reason. It's more off-the-rip kind of stuff. Oh yeah, Monster Hunter Wilds, I'm definitely going to play on launch, dude. I'm a pretty big Monster Hunter fan, honestly. I love it. Yeah, I think I'm like getting close to being ready. That's what I was telling people, Sushi, at one point about how like you know, it's so funny because people are so used to people who play Guild Wars 2, or the people who are new to Guild Wars 2 basically having never played another MMO before, but like I'm a vet, dude. I've been playing MMOs for decades. Like, I understand what raids are. I understand what DPS is. I understand what rotations are. Like, I understand how to gear. Like, I get all that stuff. You know what I mean? The specifics are cloudy in Guild Wars 2 still. We're about to get our first run, it feels like. Just make this jump. Yep. Okay, cool. Oh, yeah, dude. I love learning. It's a great time. The tool belt, 100% tool belt, the boxes for mining, like everything that's quality of life improvements that people would absolutely hate in this game, I would love. Does Arc DPS show you against other people in the world? Finish my build and items and I'll pump. That's probably my plan. I'm almost completely geared in exotics, by the way. I think I'm just missing a back piece for Berserker, and that's literally it, but I can't find anything on the market for it. So that's the only reason I don't have one yet. But yeah, I'm like literally just missing a back piece, I'm pretty sure. Open world is a little bit of a difficult thing to actually do damage in, especially if you're running around with a group, because you just can't get consistent on anything because everything dies too fast. Run energy rebalance would be good too. Like, these are all things, once again, that people would complain about, that would make the game better, and people would complain about them actively, so I just know they're never going to come here. That's one of the reasons that I enjoy playing RuneScape 3, is that RuneScape 3, like, feels a little bit better to get around in. And someone literally commented on my video, and they were like, I like the fact that you can't get around super easily in old school RuneScape. It really makes you pay attention to what you're doing and where you're putting yourself at. And I'm just like, yeah, dude, but like, there's plenty of other things that are way more fun to do in RuneScape that are then like made more available to you by the fact that it's easier to get around in, you know? Like, I do not believe that you actually think it's like a good feature that it's harder to get around in RuneScape. Now, once you get your teleportation and everything unlocked, it's still like cool and all of that, and you can get around easier, but like, whenever you have a place that you want to get to that you don't have a teleport to, like, it sucks to go there. Like, I just think that there's more fun things to focus on than like, it's hard to move around, and that's what I love about this game. It's like, what are you talking about, dude? Yeah, graceful is definitely the default. Everyone wants you to get that immediately because, and it doesn't even make that big of a difference, honestly. Like, graceful makes a difference, but it's not that big. It's like over 10,000 hours. It will save you like a couple hundred hours, which is a huge thing to save you, but like, it should be way better for how hard it is to get. Graceful should feel crazy when you get it. Like, you should feel like you're running around in RuneScape 3 when you have graceful on. I kind of disagree, because you can self-inflict restrictions on RuneScape 3 as well. Like, I think old school RuneScape is just another facet of RuneScape that is still fun to play, but there are a lot of things that RuneScape 3 just does better than old school RuneScape, honestly, which is kind of like I know that that's a huge, you know, statement that people will argue with, but I believe it. Teleports are huge, but teleports are huge because they also take you to places a lot of times that you can't get to very easily any other way. And like that still exists in RuneScape 3 as well. It's just that there's like they've made it like you can run for way longer and your run energy comes back way faster. Your health restores quicker in RuneScape 3. There's just little things that I really appreciate about it. That would be sick, Duck. I would go all in for that for sure. Like Graceful should feel like a big upgrade. It takes you a long time to get it. Yeah, dude, that's another thing is that like people tell you so much to get Graceful, and like it sucks to get. Like I have met plenty of people who are like, well, I started RuneScape and then I got my Graceful set. That was the first thing they did. And I'm like, buddy, you invested 30 hours into this game without even knowing if you were going to like it or not, you know? That's crazy. You didn't even do anything fun for your first 30 hours, but maybe to them that was what they wanted to do. I don't know. I just feel like people get pushed in that direction too much. Vets in RuneScape are a dangerous breed to listen to because once you have 30,000 hours in the game, putting 30 hours into the game feels like chump change. But to someone who doesn't have those 30,000 hours, 30 hours is like a huge amount of time to invest. All the way back down to the bottom. How everyone looks the same in what? Old school RuneScape or... It totally is useless on an account where stamp pots like are able to be bought, but it's also, you know, like it's also not that great on an account where you can't buy stamp pots either. There's like ups and downs to it. It just depends on what you want to do, really. Night Miss, be safe out there, dude. Enjoy your sleep. I'm sure it's late for you. 100%. That's what I tell people too, Jack. Like, you can tell if you like RuneScape very easily just by playing through the free-to-play game. And it's like a 30-hour experience, and it's basically the entirety of RuneScape shrunk down to fit into that 30-hour experience. And if you liked that 30-hour experience, you'll love the rest of the game. Yeah, I could see that for sure, Striker. Now, I will say that late game, there are a lot of people who have, like, fashion in this game. Like, that definitely does happen. But it is, like, a less common thing amongst new players because, like... Oh, it's... A lot of people consider things too literally when they're new to the game instead of thinking about them and how they work into the scale of everything else, you know? Like, people hear someone say that you need Graceful because Graceful is really beneficial, and then instead of actually, like, seeing where it could be beneficial for them, they just wear it all the time because they're like, well, people told me it was a good thing to wear. And it's like, yeah, but, like, you know, that's sort of, like... for reasons, and you don't know what those reasons are, so you're just like doing it all the time, which is another problem with just like going into metas immediately instead of actually paying attention to what the game is and learning it as you play it. God, dude, I have failed this agility course so many times on this run compared to the last one where I got 4. This is nuts. People do focus on efficiency scape too much. Totally agreed. Bro, come on. This is nonsense. I gotta be really careful. I'm almost out of water skins, too. I'm gonna have to start buying more water skins and less food now. 5 water skins. No, not death number 2. I've got this. I've got this. I'm paying attention this time. Unless someone makes good conversation and then I get distracted and then I die. But, you know, probably not. Yeah, there's a lot to do in RuneScape 3. RuneScape 3 definitely feels more like a game that's harder to take breaks from, for sure. That, like, you sort of have to like, hyperfixate on it and, like, learn a little bit every single time you get back in. MapleStory's like that for me as well. Like, MapleStory takes me a couple of... I don't know, a couple of days of playing it before I sort of remember what the loop of that game is, and then I can sort of jump back into it. But there's definitely that sort of element, for sure. Hey, what's up, Owen? How you doing? I've been good. How have you been? Was dormant for nearly a decade until I came back on it. Really? I might try to recover my very first ever RuneScape account and see what it is currently. I could see it. I mean, just knowing the people who have had that account over the years, I could see it being maxed. I don't know how I would go about getting it back, but I could probably write them and be like, you know, and then I could like two-factor authenticate it and everything. I haven't been playing MapleStory recently, but I heard that they're bringing out classic servers before too long, so I will get into it. And I'm also thinking about making some content about MapleStory before too long. I've been sort of thinking about that game a lot and like the way that it fits into the general MMO landscape, and I really do want to talk about that game a lot. Hey, thanks, Paul. I've been playing this. Like you guys have a really misguided understanding of what it is that I do in these video games sometimes. Like I've been playing old school RuneScape. I have multiple accounts. Like, I don't quit MMOs, you know what I mean? Like, I play all of them, dude. Really ugly capes for long-term players? That's funny. It's a totally different game, nerds. Depending on when you played, if you played pre-Big Bang, MapleStory is a totally different game than it used to be. But it's still really good. It's just really different. The whole gameplay loop has changed, but it still feels like MapleStory. Like the gameplay, actually, like pressing the buttons feels like MapleStory still, even more so. Yeah, man. Mostly I've just been at Nightmare Zone. I kind of want to bring my main over to like the actual channel and like be able to play on that occasionally, so that I can do other things besides just play this one single account. But I want to get a couple of 99s first before I do all of that, before I like start opening that up. But I sort of like, I had this feeling originally of like, I want to have this account tucked away for myself. But now that I've been playing more on this account, I care less and less about that. And I see how easy it is to actually like get accounts to where I want them to go. And like, I feel like I could get to where my main is currently, which is like 1600 total level. I feel like I could get there with him in like, I don't know, like a month of hard play, you know, with a brand new account. So I'm just worried less about having people flag me down on that one too. I'm not saying what the name of my main old school RuneScape account is yet. Little tip, guys. If you ever want to stream... No, not Sesame. You guys wish. I wish, dude. If you ever want to stream... I'm not that good, honestly. Like, I'm like I said, I have like 1600 total level on that account, and like, I've done minimal bossing, for real. It took me until like a year ago to get my fire cape. I have Graceful. I do have Graceful on that account. I play so much slower, dude. Like, the amount of people who are like, I came back to this game 6 months ago and I'm already at total level 2100. I'm just like, that's crazy. I had a weird thing with RuneScape for a long time. It's like, I've put thousands of hours into RuneScape, but I've never played efficiently, and I've never, like, I didn't even... It wasn't until like 3-4 years ago that I realized how much of a boost Waterfall Quest was, because all the times I had completed it, I just like hadn't really cared about what the boost was going to be to the account. I'm sure that I was happy about it whenever it happened, but it never clicked in my head that that would be a good idea to go and do that really early on or anything. Let's get a home teleport out of here. I might have that Lucky Rooster. But, like, the back pieces, like, the cosmetic back pieces don't even have stats, do they? Yeah, I've been that person a lot before as well, nerds. I mean, like I said, I do, you know, like, plenty of skilling. Like, I do lots of, like, adventuring in the game and everything. But just as far as, like, actually progressing the account, like, a lot of times my attention span when I was younger just wasn't there for it. That could be what it was for me as well. You guys got to think, I got to over level like 70 combat on free to play when I was a kid. Like, I had membership very sparsely when I was a child, for sure. I actually think that my first stint back in RuneScape, to actually take it seriously and get a good account, like, I didn't make it to level, like, I got to level 96 in RuneScape when I was a kid. That was my highest level that I reached. But I think that to actually like get over level 100 and get decent combat stats and like, you know, train at the Fingenstrain like training spot for combat and range and all that stuff and get like a decent spread of skills, I'm pretty sure that happened for the first time like 8 years ago or something when I was like in college for the first time. And like I just discovered RuneScape because I didn't have any time to play video games at all. And I still wanted to be playing video games, so I just started playing RuneScape as a way to be able to AFK while playing while also studying for school. Yeah, dude, and a lot of people do that. I just like I said, I find it really funny because so on this account specifically, when I log in, I'm playing the game to actually be doing something. So the progress that I've made over what feels like a pretty short time is actually pretty large. Like, I mean, my agility is already level 41. And, like, 41 is probably the max agility I had as a kid playing RuneScape, because I just didn't enjoy agility training whatsoever. But it's happened so quickly on this account because I have a reason to be doing the things that I'm doing. So I'm actually out here, you know, doing it. And it is something that I didn't realize before for sure. Like, you can just put in tons of hours into RuneScape and you can get really far in it, definitely. Getting members was awesome, dude. Could you imagine... Can you believe, like, the first time you walked through that gate, just the way that it felt? For me, that was absolutely huge. I think the first time I ever got membership, I was a kid and I asked for it for Christmas. And, like, I got 1 month of membership, and I tried to do everything in that 1 month, dude. $5. I had multiple alts whenever I was a kid. Like, I had multiple characters in, like, the 30s and in the 40s and all those things. So, like, I definitely remember doing all of that stuff. Like, one thing that I remember doing pretty explicitly is I really enjoyed the new game content, and I felt like that I had run out of things a lot of times to do in free-to-play on my main account in RuneScape, so I would make alts to have stuff to do again in RuneScape. So, like, I would do all of the free-to-play quests over and over again on different accounts, and then I would get membership randomly on those to do the things that I already had done in membership. Like, I wasn't looking to progress a single account. I didn't think about it like that. I thought of doing that later game stuff, like doing the fight caves. I thought of that as being impossible, that, like, nobody could do that. That was obviously some kind of trick that I didn't understand or whatever, and there was just no way to do it, so I never tried to do it. Iron is the key to getting past that for sure. It makes you actually play the game. My water skins held out perfectly last time. We'll just go ahead and do this. Let's buy 1 pass. And then we'll buy 5 of these. And then we'll just go through. How much money? Wait, actually, how much cash stack do I have? $70K, man. We're at a 70K cash stack. That's kind of massive. Like, I don't even think about it as being that massive because I've just been playing this game with no gold for so long that I don't even think about, like, what I can buy with all of that. I haven't even plotted out how much it would cost me to buy full rune armor and a rune weapon. Probably like 160K or something, I'm assuming. Modern Warfare 2. Dude, you gotta think that for me, Modern Warfare 2 was a thing that came out when I was in high school. Like, I remember when that game popular. I remember when like, the shift happened in video gaming. Because prior to that, all of the, like, really popular games in video gaming were mostly RPGs. Like, Final Fantasy VII was considered to be one of the greatest games of all time. Final Fantasy games dropping were an absolute huge deal. People were playing first-person shooters, but the amount that people were playing them was much smaller because there wasn't as much content to do in a lot of first-person shooters, and they were honestly kind of hard. So there just wasn't as many people. And then once, like, Halo came out, it started to make that shift where you met a lot of people who were playing Halo. Like, people who were really into RPGs were picking up Halo and playing that, and that became a very nerdy game. And then when Modern Warfare 2 came out, all of a sudden, there were, like, jocks playing video games. And it was nuts, dude. It was a whole different time. Like, people who had never gotten into video games before, people who weren't, like, playing Kingdom Hearts and stuff, all of a sudden were playing video games, and it was wild. And, like, they were good at them, too. Turns out that people who are really dedicated to a sport can also become really dedicated to other things as well. Halo is a legendary game. I still go back and play Halo. I have the Master Chief Collection, and like I have friends who have it on original Xbox, and I'll go back and play Halo, and we'll like play through that game. I'm 29, so I'm about 4 years older than you, which like isn't a lot now, but you got to think like I was graduating high school when you were going into high school. I was never good at Halo. I had friends who were really, really good at Halo. Like, specifically, we had like a group of people. The same people who were good at Halo were good at Guitar Hero, by the way. Like, that's a statement that I feel like needs to be made. I played a lot of Guitar Hero. Like, the most I could ever do was hard mode, and I've played a lot more rhythm games as an adult, and I'd love to go back and just absolutely mess with Guitar Hero. But, like, the same people who were really good at Guitar Hero were really good at Halo. Totally, Owen. You were your age, so like, you're the age of my friend's brother, who is this like younger guy than all of us, but he was way better than all of us at video games by the time we were in college and he was in high school. He was so much better at video games because he had grown up with them in a way that we hadn't grown up with them. And I remember being at a LAN party with that kid. He was like 16 and we were all like 20, and he was just like one man standing everybody on Halo 3, just like jumping over top of mountains and shooting people in the head without looking and stuff. It was nuts to watch, dude. He was insane. Dude, Guitar Hero was sick. I loved Guitar Hero. That was another like paradigm shift in gaming. That was a moment where everyone was playing Guitar Hero. I mean, that was such a popular game for a long time. I did play Bully. Bully's maybe my favorite Rockstar game. It's probably the only one that I've beaten all the way through. Oh, no, I've beaten San Andreas before. Bully beat San Andreas out, in my opinion, though. They're remaking Bully, or they're making a new one. I will play it. There's a video of Henry Cavill playing RuneScape. Dude, if that dude wasn't into underage girls, I would be... I like Henry Cavill. This is what sucks, dude. It sucks so bad. Like, I liked Henry Cavill as a person before I found out that he was into underage girls. But like, damn, dude, he's so jacked. Like if I could have one person's physique, it would be either Henry Cavill's or what's the guy who plays Reacher? That dude is jacked out of his freaking mind, dude. He's out of breath all the time, but he looks crazy. I keep falling. I just want like 100 more K, dude. Just give me 100 more K. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's like 100% confirmed, but there's enough evidence that it made me feel some kind of way. And like, don't get me wrong, I've still watched like Batman vs Superman in the past like, you know, month, and it was really good, and I still enjoy some of the stuff that he's been in. Like those first couple seasons of The Witcher were really good too. But it's always in the back of my mind now, so I know that there's like a time limit on how long like I'll like have that feeling about him. This happens with everything, dude. Like, not even from a virtue signaling, like, you know, how dare you like him standpoint. Like, I understand separating the art from the artist. Like, I believe that that's totally possible. But just naturally in the back of my mind, once I find out that there's shady stuff about somebody, it like starts to erode my ability to like the work that they do, for sure. Hey, what's up, Saint? How you doing, dude? Nice to see you again. Guitar Hero 3 and Guitar Hero 2 definitely did a lot to make me understand a lot about music that I hadn't listened to. Like, I had never listened to, like, Black Sabbath or anything prior to playing Guitar Hero 2. Guitar Hero 2 is how I discovered Coheed and Cambria as well. Dude, I don't even like Tom Cruise that much now. Like, I don't want to... like, I want to see where that next Mission Impossible video goes before I ruin Tom Cruise for myself. Sorry to do that to you, David. I just, you know, it's... You know, it's hard because, like, I want to ignore these. I don't want to, but you know what I mean? Like, I wish that, like, these people didn't do these things. I wish that they weren't people. I wish that they were just AI actors so that I could just enjoy the content and, like, feel some kind of way. But when someone brings up Henry Cavill, like, all I can think of is, like, man, I wonder, like, I gotta be careful about how I talk about this because I know too much about Henry Cavill. Good for you, dude. Like, I think as I've gotten older, I've always been really into celebrities. Like, even as a kid, one of the first things that I can remember is about, like, celebrities is discovering My Chemical Romance and then watching every single interview, every single documentary, reading every single thing that they had ever posted on MySpace, like, going through and deep diving that band to hell and back. There's a lot of accusations about him liking underage girls, Sushi. I do, I don't know a whole lot about it, but I remember that when I learned about it, I looked into it, and there was enough evidence that it made me start to sour on him. But like, do your own research. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not out here saying Henry Cavill's a terrible person and nobody should ever watch. Like, I don't know the guy. But do your own research, obviously. TTFAF? What's TTFAF? Christian Bale and Tom Cruise were the inspiration for American Psycho. That's really funny, dude. Dude, Tropic Thunder in general was a really, really funny movie. You could not make that movie nowadays, but that was a really funny movie. Through the Fire and Flames. Oh, yeah, dude. Huge. Man, I remember, like, bro, I thought that was, like, the craziest song ever. I'll tell you what. What's his name? The Herman Lee is still like a really inspirational guitarist, though. Like, not even so much for his playing, just his personality and what he does for the culture of guitar playing. That's what people don't understand is like, there's a weird thing that people get into whenever you get into something. That like people who have been into a thing for a long time judge the thing through the lens that they've created for themselves over all of those years of them doing the thing. Like guitarists, like, a lot of times you'll see these people who are like, that person's not even that good at guitar. There's way better guitarists out there. And it's like, yeah, dude, but like Herman Lee has done more for getting people into the instrument of guitar than the majority of really good guitarists. Like, it's a whole different medium now. And I feel the same way about Tim Henson, where like, if you guys don't know who Tim Henson is, he's this guitarist for a band called Polyphia, and he's like the poster child for guitar right now. Tim Henson is an amazingly skilled guitarist. Do I go around and listen to Polyphia music all the time? No, but I do listen to Polyphia music from time to time and like really enjoy it. And I think it is really good and really catchy a lot of times. And I will like hum their riffs a lot of times. But Tim Henson has done more for getting people into guitar in the past 10 years than any other guitarist has done. Like, he's created a whole new generation of guitar players. Tim is pretty, and he's also really, really good. He's like the Gen Z guitarist. Like, he is the Gen Z Steve Vai. And like people, you have to realize that when Steve Vai came out, people were like, his playing is soulless. He's not even good. He doesn't play the blues. That's the way that people treated him, you know? Like, they were like, oh, this guy is nothing compared to like, you know, oh, I don't know, like Tony Iommi or whatever. There's just no soul in his playing. People love to say that kind of stuff, dude. It's like, buddy, you can't even play guitar enough, or you can't even play guitar well enough to know what soul is, dude. Like, your out-of-tune bends are not soul. It is a lack of skill level. Petrucci was another one. Petrucci was like the 90s Steve Vai, you know, or like early 2000s Steve Vai. Dude, Tom Morello, I love Tom Morello, legitimately. Like, Tom Morello is really good. He is nuts. Like, he bends what the concept of playing guitar actually is, and I think it's so funny. People love to hate on him, dude. I love to watch haters on the internet, period. I think being a hater is the dumbest thing you can do, period. 100%. I remember that first Polyphia record. That's like Polyphia. So if you guys remember the band Chan, if you guys were super into guitar at any point, Chan was really, really popular, and Polyphia was like around at that same time. And like, Tim was even on the internet, and Polyphia was on the internet before that first record, just like posting videos of them playing guitar and blowing people's minds. But Chan had a much bigger moment than Polyphia originally, but Polyphia had some songs that really stuck out, like Champagne, and it really showed that they had the pop hooks that like that were going to take them to the next level, and then they just like really honed in on that. And by the time they were getting to writing songs like Goat, dude, just a whole other level of playing for sure. Dude, totally. You can predict what haters are going to say. Agility level 42, guys. We are out here rocking it. That's an 80k cash stack. I'll probably, whenever I do end this stream, I'll probably go and just spend this money on some stuff. Do they sell law runes at the Mage Bank? Because I might go and buy a chunk of law runes. Perhaps a rehab. Hey, 1985 is a good number, though. Be safe out there, Matt. Enjoy your night. Pliny's really good as well. Pliny's one of those, like, Pliny has such a unique sound to his playing. Like, his note choice is really, really good. I think Pliny's note choice might even dwarf Tim Henson's note choice a little bit. I like his solos a little bit better. Tim just has the techniques that blow your mind whenever you hear them. Majorina? Okay. Can I get into the... How can I... Do I just need a knife to get in the Majorina? Is that the only item that I need to take with me? And there's a bank there too, right? So I can go with, like, just a knife and then not have to risk any gold. Because I might buy, like, 10k worth of law runes. You definitely know it's Pliny whenever you hear it. I have friends who, like, use his plugins for guitar as well. I have the Tim Henson set, though. Like, I think Tim Henson's tone is a little bit more up my alley. Correct. Cool. Okay. Well, I'll do that for sure, because I'm going to buy, like... Because I don't have any law runes. I mean, I'm literally 100% out, and I need them. And also, I need to train my magic up to 45 so I can teleport to Camelot. Is it 45 for Camelot teleport? It is, right? And 54 for High Alch, which I need as well. I need to start Slayer. I haven't started Slayer at all. There's so much to do. That's like the thing about... Dude, it sucks to be as high up as I was and then slowly fall all the way back down. There's so much stuff to do in old school RuneScape, it's hard to hold it all in my head. Really? I haven't even heard of Taj Farhat. Dude, Prodigy guitar players are so wild. Like, my time to be like a great guitarist is like past. Like, as I get older, there's a thing that it's like, the older you get, the less impressive it is how good you are at guitar. So like, even if I get to Tim Henson's level by the time that I'm 45, it's just going to be like, yeah, but there's like there's like 2,000 16-year-olds on Instagram right now who can play like the way that Tim Henson plays. I do not understand. There's something in music that is intangible. Maybe it's your ears. I don't know. But whatever it is, like, I'm not, like, an amazing musician. I can play. Don't get me wrong. Like, the majority... You know, the majority of bedroom guitarists would be awed by my ability to play guitar. But, like, in a room full of actual musicians who go out there and play regularly and are really, you know, really good, like, I'm nothing, you know? Can I play percussion? Not super well. I have always been rhythmically challenged, which is actually funny because, like, as I've gotten older, I think the thing that really sticks out the most in my guitar playing is, like, my rhythmic capabilities. But also I've practiced rhythm like crazy. But no, I have a friend who's a really, really good drummer. In fact, my oldest friend is, like, a really accomplished and good drummer. And Chris Thompson, the guy who plays drums for I Set My Friends on Fire and was in that video that I made about old school RuneScape and being a veteran player in it. Like, that guy is a really amazing drummer. He'll tell you he's not, but he's, like, really, really good. Dude, pianos are ridiculously expensive. I own a keyboard, and I play a little bit of piano. I took piano classes in college, and really love the instrument, but I'm just not good at it. If I could be fluent on any instrument, I think it would be, like, piano, probably. Yeah, there is something to that. Like, Jimi Hendrix definitely had a sound that was all unique to him, and, like, his songs still bang all these years later. But, like, it's honestly really hard to compare guitarists. Like, they all do things differently, and I think, you know, if Jimi Hendrix was around today, like, if Jimi Hendrix was born today, he would be, like, playing, you know, he would be, like, 9 years old playing the stuff that Tim Henson's playing. That's, like, what he would probably do. Like, he was a product of the times, for sure. All guitarists are. All musicians are. It's such a weird thing to compare people from different generations. And then, like, it's also really weird whenever you hear someone who's just, like, ripping off Jimi Hendrix. It's like, yeah, dude, this feels bad. Like, do your own thing, for sure. Like, don't pigeonhole yourself to the past, for sure. Dude, the separation of limbs in drumming is so nuts. Like, I can not do that. Now, I will say, though, like, my friend who's really good at drums, whenever I play guitar in front of him, he's like, what is going on with your hands? And it's really hard to explain because it's such a small, like, you know, minute movement. But like, you know, I like to slap a lot, especially when I'm playing guitar. Like, I think that sound is really, really cool. And like the little rhythmic chicka chicka stuff that you do whenever you're slapping is like very difficult to see with your naked eye. And I'll show him stuff like that, and he'll be like, what? And I'm like, yeah, dude, this is because every guitarist wishes they were a drummer. That's why slapping is a thing. 20K. That's 90K in total we have. Dude, the tick manipulation there was nutso. Did you guys see that? I didn't even mean to do that. Definitely my right hand is better rhythm for sure, which like is honestly probably like what I should use to play snare. Like if I was, but like I don't think I can keep a steady beat on my left hand either. So I don't know. It's difficult. Everything needs to have like its own vibe whenever you're drumming. Like, you know, your kicks have to be placed in really specific places. I'm really good at programming drums. Like, I think my drum beats that I program are really, really good, but I could never play them on an actual drum kit. Like MIDI controllers. My fingers have a lot of rhythm in them. My limbs don't. I'm on Twitch as well. I'm actually streaming on Twitch as well right now, Timely. I don't stream on Kick, though. And I do have a Discord down below with, like, you know, I think it's like 350 people in it now or something like that. It's been growing, so if you want to join us there, feel free to hang around, dude. I like to hang out with people. You know, the talking thing is probably my biggest skill as a streamer. Mediocre at video games, top level at talking. Yapping is what I got. Well, classical music is really good. This is the thing that you realize as you get further and further into music, you know, is that, like, all music is actually good. Pop music is good. You know, your favorite musicians that you turn your nose up at everyone else for not liking your favorite musician, he likes pop music, or she. S tier, dude. Double S tier, right? Yapper out here. When I was a kid, my stepdad often said to me the words, "Don't write a book about it." Because he was so annoyed by me just like yapping on and on about things. I was like 6 years old doing this. Tiff has really appreciated me being a YouTuber and streaming because now I talk to her less about all this stuff. I just info dump on you guys instead. Yeah, dude, it must be the funniest thing for my stepdad to see me doing this for like a living and everything, or like, you know, like out here like trying to make a living off of it, because he just probably thought there's no way this kid's ever gonna like yap his way into something, and here I am, guys. Yeah, I mean, Tiff's, my significant other Tiff, her favorite band is, or her favorite musician is Taylor Swift. She's like a big Swiftie. So I've been around a lot of Taylor Swift music. Taylor Swift is not my favorite musician just because she's not writing songs for me. Like, I am not a late 20s white girl. You know what I mean? Like, that's not who I am. So the music just doesn't like speak to me in that kind of way. But I obviously like see what she's doing and understand it from like a musical level and a marketing level, and Taylor Swift is really, really good at what she does. Like, arguably the best ever at what she does. As far as selling records, like, there might not have ever been another person better at it than Taylor Swift. And the music is solid too, dude. Like, that last record, what was it called? Like, Midnights, I think is what that record's called. Like, there were some really, really good songs on that record. And if you like that sort of like lo-fi indie pop, hip hop sort of fusion thing that happens, like, that's a really good record to listen to. Dude, no joke, guys. The first time I ever streamed RuneScape, I had 80 viewers because I had been making a bunch of content about RuneScape, and I had 80 viewers off rip streaming RuneScape. And I sent a screenshot of it to my friend who I've had since I was like 3 years old, and I've like tried to get him into RuneScape, and it's never stuck. And I showed him that. I said, I had 80 viewers playing RuneScape last night. He said, it's about time all that RuneScaping paid off for you, dude. And I was just like, yeah. Like, I mean, this guy has literally watched me play this game for decades, dude, and talk about it, and him just be terrified about it and be like irritated. Dude, I'm telling you, man, Taylor Swift has good tunes, legitimately. Like I said, it's not for me. Like, calling a whole group of people NPCs because they're not like you, I think is sort of like a misjudgment of the situation to a degree. Not like I'm trying to call you out on it or anything, but it's just, I just think that that's true. Like, they're just different kinds of people, and they like, you know, a more broad thing, you know, it just is the way that it is. Like, there's tons of people. I mean, I know plenty of people who wear, like, you know, all black band t-shirts with like winged eyeliner and listen to Taylor Swift. Like, she just makes music for white girls, dude. Just like, who's a good one? Who's a good one? Like, I don't know. Everyone likes Justin Timberlake, you know? Justin Timberlake makes music for white guys. Yeah, dude, you know? And, like, it makes sense, because Taylor Swift's a white girl. Like, it makes sense. Like, I don't understand that feeling, you know what I mean? Like, I don't understand what it feels like to be a woman, but I've seen enough, like, white women around to understand that they all sort of, or, like, not all of them, but, like, a lot of them feel that kind of thing, right? That, like, spurned lover sort of feeling, or, like, the you know, like, this hard, like, egoism thing that sort of occurs a lot of times. Like, that's, like, just a thing that she talks about a lot, and it's not, like, my experience in the world. Like, I've worked day in and day out to kill my ego, and I, like, it's still there, but I've tried really hard to get rid of it as much as possible. But, you know, like, to women, that really speaks to them. Or to, like, her specific audience, that really speaks to them. And like I said, I've experienced so much Taylor Swift music at this point that I have a pretty good idea of what she's about. And it's not just, like, breakup songs and, like, you know, and, like, coffee and Starbucks and all that stuff. Like, there's a lot going on there, and it's a very deep emotional place that she takes a lot of people to, but it's just not my deep emotional place. I've cried to Creed songs. I feel it. Yeah, timely, totally. And like the oversaturation of Taylor Swift. If Taylor Swift was an underground artist, people would be way more accepting of her. But, like, you know, listen, man, I'm not out here listening to, like, Chappell Roan or whatever. Like, it's just not my kind of music. It's not for me. But, like, you know, I met some guys that really relate to it. I don't know if they're trying to use it as a way to pick up women or something, but, like, I've seen some guys that really relate to Taylor Swift music too. Yeah, dude, Callum, I think your girl might be into cars. Like, she might drive stick. You should ask. Taylor Swift is music for girls who curb cars, dude. I try to be real. It's a weird thing, right? Like, I try to say what I mean as much as I can, but there is, like, a pang that happens to me. Like, I don't want to offend anyone. And I know that, like, in my head, I'm coming from a good place, you know? Like, I believe that everybody should be allowed to be who they are, and, like, as long as they're not hurting anybody else, like, that should be totally fine. And I have mad respect for anybody who just is honest to themselves and true about who they are. And far be it for me to be the one who judges what that actually looks like, but I make tons of observations, you know? Like, I see these through lines of different kinds of people, and I understand, like the type of groups that people fall into and what all that feels like and all that means for those people. And so, like, it's hard for me to not say those things because I think about them, but I also struggle with it because I know that there's a lot of people out there who don't give you the benefit of a doubt and don't try to see it as you coming from a good place whenever you say things like that. But, like, you know, it just is what it is. What's my FC? What do you mean my FC? Like, my free chat? My clan chat, if you're looking for my clan chat, is Cubes Rubes. Although I don't know what FC means completely. Yeah, I mean, like, Taylor Swift is at a point where Taylor Swift will be famous for the rest of her life, right? Like, you know, like, there are going to be people who show up to Taylor Swift shows in mass forever just because she's become so famous that it's, like, self-sustaining. Like, people will go see her just for the fact that she's famous. Like, you know, you see that all the time at like these like state fair bands that people haven't listened to forever, but like, you know, Yin Yang Twins come through and everyone shows up for the Yin Yang Twins, even though like people don't really like stand for the Yin Yang Twins anymore. You know what I'm talking about? Like Taylor Swift is like way past that point, so like she'll always have something going on. But yeah, totally, you do have to sort of do that. Full combo on Guitar Hero? Oh, nothing, dude. Like, I'm not a full combo player, so I play Ronaldo. I don't know if you I don't know if you play. I'm sure that's not what Tyler was asking, but maybe it was. I don't know if you play Colorful Stage, but like I don't have hardly any combos or full combos on Colorful Stage either. It is really hard to find people with that mindset, and so I understand that that's like what people sort of try to stay away from, like portraying on the internet. But I really think that like the hard performance that everybody puts on online is detrimental to the human species as a whole, and I'm just, you know, trying to do my best to not fall into that. But I sense it, you know, every time somebody like subscribes or like donates money or something whenever I'm streaming, like I sense that like performance aspect come out of me where I'm like, oh, thanks so much. Like, well, like it's like I don't know what to say here, you know what I mean? Like I really don't. So what I default to is just like a performance thing that other people say and I've heard other people say, but it's like a weird meta thing. I'm a super meta person, like all the way down. Friends chat. Yeah, you can literally just join my friends chat. Like, it's just my name on here. It's new player, but like spelled like this down here. But if you want to join the actual clan, the clan is Cubes Rubes. And there's like way more people in the clan that talk. I've had pretty good success here, honestly. I'm almost out of water skins. I should have gotten another water skin. It's hard to tell what's going to happen in each run. Yeah, and like, you know, Callum, I'm really glad that I'm able to do this at this point too. Like, you know, a lot of people say things to me like, "Oh, you're like the next Asmongold and all this stuff," and I think to myself, I would enjoy having the monetary and the financial security that Asmongold has, but if you watch his streams, and I have watched quite a few Asmon streams, he really doesn't interact with his viewers, and you kind of can't at that point. Once you have 40,000 people all talking at once, like you can't really pick out individuals anymore. And so it's a really difficult thing to sort of deal with. I come at it from a genuine point, you know? Like I really try to I try to give everyone the benefit of a doubt. And like there have been some troublemakers. Like I have banned some people from like my streams and stuff and from my YouTube page, because there's some people who come in and they are just like, oh, what would be the term here? Just like pessimistic by nature, and they're just super rude, and they just like, they look at it as like a way to sort of try to assert dominance. And I've begrudgingly had to like remove those people from the conversation. But in general, like if people want to come and talk to me, like I'm more than happy to have the conversations about things, and I'm more than happy to have difficult conversations if that's possible too. You know, like it's not my favorite thing to do. Like I try to stay away from politics and all that shit because I'm just not very interested in it. And you know, a lot of people use it as a way to sort of like info dump on you. But, you know, I love talking to people. It's one of my favorite things in the world. Downers with egos, totally. They think that they're so like they think that they're the best person ever because they hate everything. And I just like, it's like, yeah, dude, I was 17 once too. Like I get it, but like, you know, this is a conversation for adults who can talk about things without like, you know, trying to be douchebags, you know. Totally, Jack. Yeah, 100%. Like, that's why I do reaction content too, just because it's so easy to get conversation going that way, you know? Oh, feels. I don't think there's that many people in my free chat anymore. The clan killed it. Dude, me too. I always love reaction content. I love, what's it called? Streamer brain moment. Commentary videos. Like, I love, even when I was a kid, I was like on DVDs, like watching commentary of different movies and things. Like the Tenacious D movie commentary from Jack Black and Kyle Gass is one of my favorite commentaries ever. Or like Red Letter Media. I love Red Letter Media. Hey, you enjoying it, Kurumi? Also, nice to see you, Kurumi. I'm saving up for a lot. I'm basically saving up for full rune right now, and I'm also trying to get. I have like 70K in the bank already from doing this, but I'm gonna go buy law runes for sure. Like that's like I'm gonna spend a bunch of money at the end of this. Callum, I don't even remember that speech. This is the crazy thing. Whenever people like timestamp something that I said in a video and are like, I disagree with this, and they go on like a diatribe about it, I have to go back and watch what I said, and sometimes I don't even agree with what I said. I'm like, I said that really poorly. I get why you don't agree with this. 250 law runes, cool. I will definitely be buying those. Jack, I also can be very pessimistic. I mean, for the past 2 years of my life, was kind of a doomer. You know what I mean? Like, I was a bit of, like, everything sucks and, like, this world is put together really poorly. And, like, it's so funny because doing that, I came out the other side. I feel like I went around in a big circle. Like, there's a joke, there's a video that I see. So hold on, let me put my shorts down, guys. They're riding up on me. They're squeezing parts of me that I don't want them to squeeze. There's like a comic that I think is really funny where it's like these two friends walking next to each other. One of them's like, yeah, man, I just don't really want to be here anymore. And the other one goes, me either, dude. And like, that's the way that I feel like on the other side of it now is like, I'm that like smiley, giggly, like, me either, dude, you know, like, but I just keep going because I love the world and I love the people. Like, individuals are amazing, man. RuneScape 3 is really good, genuinely. It's a great game. Yes, you can buy full runes, Iron Man, and OSRS, I think. I think you can buy a rune full helm from the Champions Guild, and you can buy plate legs, and then you can buy a body from Ozark or whatever, or Ozar, whatever his name is, that guy. Ozak? Whatever his name is. Doomer with hope, indeed. I think the world can be better. I think the world, you know, statistically, the world is better. Less people starve to death than they ever have. You know, there's less child mortality than there has ever been. There's less violent crime than there has ever been. You know, the life expectancy continues to go up. Like, things are getting better. Is Barty here? Where did Barty show up at? But like, you know, it's really easy to focus on the way that things feel. And sometimes things feel really negative because in the microcosm, they are a little bit negative from time to time. Humans do really dope shit, man. I think humanity is one of the most incredible things in the world. I'm out of water skins. I have to leave. Stop moving. Stop moving. I don't understand why my animation changes. Like, last time I teleported, the cow kicked me, but this time I'm doing this. Dude, humans, when they group up, can get really, really scary really quickly. It's an odd thing that happens. You know, like, you just start to stop thinking for yourself, and, like, you become one giant brain that's way less efficient at solving complex problems. It is so much better to be happy and friendly with people. It just doesn't serve you at all to be negative all the time. It really doesn't. I think I'm actually going to go to the Mage Bank, or the Mage Arena, and buy some runes because I want to be able to teleport more easily. Look at this freaking cash stack. Look at that. It's the first time this account has had over 100K on it. That's huge, dude. We're like really getting there now. Not enough open space for cow animation. Cool. Hey, good job, Karumi. That's huge, man. Understanding people over judging them, indeed. And, like, you know, sometimes you understand people and, like, it's not a good thing. Like, you know, there are definitely people out there who are in really dark places, and they're not people you want to have in your life, and that is a real thing. But understanding them and knowing why they're like that makes you not blame them for being like that. You're not like, you know, I think a very cringy thing that I hear sometimes is when people are like, that guy's an asshole, and it's like, yeah, but like, you're sort of discounting a whole bunch of extra stuff that's gone on in his life by that. Okay, let's go to Varrock, and then I'll grab a knife out of the bank. Make sure I don't forget a knife, guys. And I will take all of this, and I'll go to the Mage Arena and try to get some runes. Yeah, we'll see what happens, dude. Yeah, so I am basically playing it exactly as if it's an Iron Man timely. I just didn't make it an Iron Man when I first started, but I'm playing it as an Iron Man with no guides. So I'm not using Quest Helper. I'm not using any plugins. I'm not doing any of that stuff. I'm just playing raw dog RuneScape. Mainline, single player. I have a bunch of stuff in my account that people have donated, but it's just like, it's stuff for drop parties, which we still haven't done one and we need to do at some point. But whenever I can get everyone together, I'd love to do a drop party. Totally, Jack. I have a friend, my oldest friend is this guy named Jacob, and we've been friends since we were 3 years old, and he's very much on the same page with me about things, and we both are very, like, hopeful people, but we also both have very, like, you know, like, deep, like, negative feelings about sort of existence and how, like, torturous some of it is and all those kinds of things, and, like, he and I will get on the phone once in a while and just talk for, like, 3.5, 4 hours about everything, and it's so cleansing. Callum, I don't think that's just you at all. I totally understand that feeling. Like there are just I can talk to someone for about 10 minutes and I can know a lot about like their behavior patterns and sometimes I meet people who I don't understand whatsoever, but like, dude, the Optimum tech. So my ISP, a tech came through for the Optimum, to fix my internet or work on my internet. They didn't fix it, but to work on my internet. And me and that tech immediately clicked, and we talked for like 45 minutes after he was done, just like talking about everything, food, video games, like just everything. And like it was such a quick thing where it's just like, I like this guy, he likes me. We can tell that really quickly from each other. He's like 48 years old, and but sometimes like, I have definitely met people who, like, after 5 minutes of talking to them, I'm like, that dude is dangerous. I can tell that that person is dangerous and they don't want what's good for me. They're, like, out for themselves in a way that is destructive to other people around them. I have some nature runes because I fought ogresses for a while, but I don't have any law runes. I only got, like, 1 drop from them, and they used up so quickly. There's a knife in the kitchen in Lumbee. I think I have one in the bank. Dude, and snakes are such interesting things. Like, you know, it's hard, dude. Like, people don't pick their personalities, you know? Like, they really don't. People are like, victims of circumstance in a weird way. Like, you even being able to change your personality. Like, I think you have to be the type of person who can change their personality in order to change your personality. And that's not everybody, you know? I have been doing the agility pyramid Santos, and now I'm moving off to the Mage Arena in order to buy some law runes, and then I'm gonna go around and see how much money I have left over and start buying some gear. Howdy, Fear. What's up, dude? How you doing? I don't have a Dragon Scimitar. I haven't even done Monkey Madness. I haven't even done Lost City yet. That's like my next goal. Hey, what's up, Drew? How you doing, dude? You gonna protect me in the wilderness? You guys gonna protect me in the wilderness? I think we'll be fine. It's late, you know? People aren't up right now. Where is it at? I know it's way up here. Is this it? There's a teleport point. No, that's the demonic ruins. Hold on. Let me locate it first so I know actually where I'm going to. I've spent so little time in the Mage Arena. It's right there. I've spent so little time in the wilderness. How do I get to the Mage Arena? Do I have to use... Yeah, let's do that, guys. Do I have to use the teleporter, or can I just get up there? So I have to go in through over here and then go up around there. Okay, so I need to get around the lava maze, or between the lava maze and the lava dragon isle. I have to go up through there. Cool. All right, easy. Oh, whoa. I'm not gonna complete this maze. There's people following me, dude. I wanna go to the thing. Lever in Edgeville. We could do the lever in Edgeville. That's down in Edgeville Dungeon, right? Yeah, I got my knife with me. Dude, the RuneScape map is really good, honestly. Like, RuneScape, old school RuneScape is so simple in the way that it's very easy to understand. Is there literally just a lever in, like, here in Edgeville? I can't remember. I do this so little, dude. I never like to go to the wilderness. Which, honestly, like, I kind of want to spend more time in the wilderness. I thought about making an account where I'm just, like, locked into the wilderness the whole time, just to sort of experience what that's like. Oh, yeah, okay. Yes, that's fine. And this brings me to... I'm just going to follow you, Barty, if that's cool. Oh, we're literally right here. I hope I can make it out of here. Yeah, I do think that the wilderness is like next level content for most people because most of us play like PVM completely. This is it, yeah, right here. So like I think that it's a pretty huge thing. Okay, and then we just pull the lever. Thank you, Barty. I appreciate you coming with me, by the way. Can I get back out from teleporting from here? Do I have to? We'll find out. Let's go to mature my cash stack. Is it Lundale? Yeah, it's Lundale. Cool. Okay, good. 240. So if I buy 10, that's 2.4K. $244. I don't mind that much. Just got to buy 50. There, that's a chunk of my cash stack, but like honestly, 70 law runes, that's huge. Like that's absolutely massive. Like now I can just teleport out of here back to Varrock if I want to, and go ahead and go look at the Champions Guild for the price of everything. To Varrock. Whoop whoop. I should have got some other runes while I'm there, but it is what it is. Okay, let's go to the Champions Guild, and let's see what I can get there. Dude, I got it. We're good. We're good. Really, most of the people who view me are like really, really solid people who are really nice. Hey, Fear, what's up, dude? Nice to see you. Most of them are really, really nice people. So, like, I don't have to worry too much about it. Hey, what's up, Jake? Why are you up so early, dude? Do you have to get up this early for work? Or are you just up still for... No. It's Sunday morning. You might just be hanging out. What are you up to, dude? You ruined your sleep schedule? Yeah, dude. I woke up at midnight. Well, first of all, I want to buy this blue cape. Just so everyone understands. Is it that one? Yeah. Oh, I can't get a rune full helm. 64K. That's freaking ridiculous, dude. Well, I'll tell you what. I think that my worst piece of equipment currently is my plate body. So I could keep the adamant and get a rune plate body and then just keep making money for the rest of it. I could do that because that would probably be like the biggest upgrade that I could get. I could get a rune longsword too. It's 32K. That seems about right to me. 64K is way more expensive than I thought it was going to be. Dude, they're really good. That's so that's a guy named Evan Weiss, right? And Evan Weiss is like an old school emo like legend, basically. If you've ever heard of the band Into It Over It, he's that guy. So he's the one singing, and he plays bass in that band, and then that guitarist absolutely rips. I thought it might be up your alley a little bit. Oh, do you still talk to Walter? Dude, I take guitar lessons still from Josh Cannon. So like I like have heard about Walter so much. It is an early stream for me, yeah. Yeah, Josh is awesome, dude. I love Josh. It's like my therapy session. You were Walter's best man? Damn, dude, that's crazy. I could... Let me go see how much a rune plate body costs. There's a couple of things that I'm thinking here. So my check this out, guys. My range is level 1. I could go and train my range, and instead of getting a rune plate body and stuff, I could rock green D-hide, and I could just spend the rest of the money on quality of life. I'm not really sure what the best thing to do would be. Standing where? Jay, I think you might be frozen. The fire cape grind is going to be nuts. I need to get my range up for that, honestly. That's like the only way that I really know how to do a fire cape. I didn't know you played Magic the Gathering, by the way, Jake. So do you guys play like Commander online, or like what do you guys do? Well, I think that I would still like think of you as being Jacob Roberts from before. Dude, we gotta hang out sometime. We should also just like video chat at some point, bro. I would do that for sure. Anyone who doesn't know, King Cosmic, that's this guy Jake that I hung out with. I mean, like old friend. We're like middle school is like where we met, and we played. I mean, like every MMO that you guys see me playing, except for like World of Warcraft, Guild Wars 2, like all those MMOs I experienced for the first time with Jacob Roberts. Sorry, I said his last name. I didn't mean to do that with Jake. My bad. Clip it. Get rid of it. Cut it out. Oh, so you guys actually do real like real life Magic the Gathering? Like you guys buy cards and everything? That's crazy, dude. I've never played Magic the Gathering, Jake. Could you teach me how to play Magic the Gathering? Magic is so expensive. I bet I would love it. I'm the king of doxing. It's really bad, dude. At least I don't have his address. I can't slip up on that one. Yeah, that's him, dude. The way we met is that he DDT'd me in middle school. You do move a lot, man. You guys kind of moved a lot when you were younger too, though. Yeah, like so it's probably like less out of the ordinary for you, huh? Bro, the difference in cost is ridiculous. Okay, what do you guys think? Do I buy a rune plate body and then just keep grinding the agility pyramid after a while to get more so that I can finish out my full rune? Or do I get my range up first and then just go for a green D-hide and use that as my main armor? What do you guys think? Florida, New York, North Carolina, Georgia, West Virginia. Gee whiz, dude. Jake, I have never moved out of state in my entire life. Green D-hide. It is significantly cheaper. Rune plate body. Get 9 smithing to craft rune? No. Green D-hide is good for magic defense. And it's also not bad for physical defense either. It's like not as good as that, obviously, but like, yeah, I would have to train my range. I'm going to train my range regardless. I'm going to spend the rest of my cash stack on like being able to train range probably. Jake, they got you, dude. Get a fighter torso? I will do that at some point. Make it tell, dude. That is irrelevant to your moving, but also you are like that's why I think that you're so comfortable with it. It's in your blood, dude. Don't buy rune plate. Get fighter. Yeah. That might be the best move. So should I do rune plate legs then, you think, guys? I might get some rune plate legs. There's like no real good replacement for those for a long time. So maybe I'll get rune plate legs since it's like the better investment. What's my magic level? My magic level isn't good enough yet. I still have 42 magic. I also have to train magic. Like this cash stack is for grinding, basically. Rune plate legs, DI chest, cool. I'm playing it exactly like an Iron Man. I'm playing with no guides too, Jake. So like I have like it took me 7 hours to finish Ghost Ahoy. But yeah, I'm an Iron Man. I mean, I'm not an actual Iron Man, but like I'm playing it as an Iron Man. I didn't know what I was doing with this account when I first made it, honestly. Like I sort of had an idea, but dude, it was brutal. It's all on a VOD too. You can still watch it. It sucks, bro. There was a moment, dude, I drank the nettle tea before I cooked it, and I almost snapped, dude. I really, it was hard. That was a hard moment for me. It was a hard one to laugh off. No, not a rune skirt. I was never one of those guys. Unlock climbing boots. That's not a bad one too. That's actually a pretty good move. Dude, that's my favorite short that I've ever made. Jake, you definitely have to teach me magic. We'll get on a FaceTime at some point, and or like we'll have like a private Discord call, and we can get on camera together and everything. Yeah, fighter or night tail might be the way to go. Okay. So I'll probably get room plate legs then. I would love to talk to you too, man. For real. Like, you have no idea. What's your sleep schedule like right now? Like, I could get off stream in the next, like, 30 minutes and we could talk tonight if you wanted to. It's up to you. Ball's in your court, baby. Ivan would be a good one too. Cool. We can do that for sure. Let me, like, stream for, like, 30 more minutes and then, like, say... I don't know what your time is, but for me, it's 4:30 right now. Like, 5 p.m. or 5 a.m. maybe. Like, talk for a little bit. I have to make a video at some point too, but we can talk for, like, 45 minutes or so. Hey, what's up, JR? How you doing? I'm going to be the most piecemeal character in just a second. I only woke up at midnight, so it's not a big deal to me. You're still 4:30? Okay, word. I knew that Central, like, clicks over really close to there, but I didn't know if it was already there or not. To do Frim trials? Oh, man. Honestly, before too long, there's a whole bunch of questing that I need to do. I'm just sort of trying to, like, get some housekeeping out of the way first, because I had a big chunk of questing over the past, like, couple weeks. Let's buy these rune legs. Boom. Huge. Absolutely huge. We're getting there. We really are. I still don't have a very good weapon, but I'll deal with that in time. I could upgrade my adamant plate body, but I'm not willing to spend the 21k. I can alch these, though. Actually, isn't the legs vendor in Varrock? No, that's in Alcarid. Never mind. I was going to just sell them. You woke up at 6 p.m. I woke up at midnight, dude. I feel you. Hey, congratulations, JR. Nice on 99 range, dude. I've been doing Nightmare Zone on my main. Yeah, it gives you a strength bonus, and it definitely increases your max hit. Fighter Torso is massive, dude. You don't overlook strength bonuses. They make huge differences. Strength bonus is a very weighted bonus. Dude, I don't even want to think about the defender grind. I still need 65 in strength and attack. Is it? Yeah, it's just across strength and attack. So, like, I need to figure out which skull I'm going to get to wear. But yeah, I've got to do some training for sure. Like, I need to do sand crabs. I still need to get my crafting up so that I can get amulets as well. Wait, it's the wrong guy. Here's where I want to go. Does anyone sell knives, or do I have to make knives? I'm probably just going to go with, like, a short bow or something and just do that first. Not even worry about it. I might have a short bow, but I'm just going to go ahead and buy one. And then I'll buy, like... Oh. Can you use iron arrows at level 1? I've been playing RuneScape 3, so I don't know. Arrows up to iron. You can. Cool. Iron arrows it is. Go to Yaks in the Trim area. I could see that. I might just start off in, like, on chickens or something. Get some feathers. I would love to get together for Barbarian Assault. It's going good. I'm having a good time, man. Enjoying the night. Like 500 arrows probably to get me to, like, level 15 range or something. They want to need some range armor too. There's a leather body that spawns over here. Let me go grab that. I also have the crafting to make quite... Oh, wait, actually, I have plenty of leather armor in the bank because I've been making leather armor. Hold on. I don't have the range level to use bone crossbow and bolts yet. Dorishun, does Dorishun give you range XP? I know I have. Did I sell all my leather armor? No, I would never have done that. It's pretty good. I'll take that. Yeah, totally. I need to get those. Hey, dude. Listen, Jake. So to people who don't know, Jake was like the better MMO player of the two of us, hands down. Like he always had a knack for it in a way that I didn't. I'm probably like where Jake was when he was 18 at 29 years old in MMOs. One after the other. That's absolutely spoon, dude. Brother, I think it might be, man. Legitimately. Bro, I was Garbo back in the day. You were always way better at pushing into games. Like, you were always higher level in, like, MapleStory, and you were always higher level in, like, RuneScape and Mabinogi and stuff. That's it? That's crazy. Why do I care so much about strength bonuses, then? Well, good for you, dude. I've only become hyper-focused as an adult. As a kid, I was way too sporadic, dude. I don't know if you remember, but I was always looking for MMOs that we weren't playing to start playing, not realizing that it would be way better to invest some time into the ones we had actually already started. Let's kill some chickens. Let's get some feathers. It'll help me in the fletching grind. Oh, I don't want to let you guys out. Well, whatever. You know what? I can kill you guys like this. Just like prayer flick protect from melee while I'm out here doing this. Can I pick up the feathers though? Thank you. Yeah, dude. We discovered a lot of games though. You know what I mean? Like I really, and I'm still like that, honestly, Jake. Like you know, I think one of the reasons that I've like found a community of people is because there's a lot of different people that I connect with because of all the different MMOs that I've played over the years. And like, there's definitely a type of person who only plays one MMO. But like, that's just not me. Okay, word party. It is definitely nostalgic, dude. It might not be the most effective way to train, but like, doesn't this just do something in your brain? Doesn't this just scritch a certain part of your brain? I forgot that I have an XP tracker I can actually turn on. It's very ugly on stream. Leave that off. Dude, I would love to play some League with you. I'm terrible, dude. I'm not even able to play ranked yet because I haven't got to level 20 or 30 or whatever it is to play ranked. I'm like level 13 in League of Legends or something. I want to get really into it. I just haven't gotten there yet. I played quite a bit of Final Fantasy 14. I made it all the way up to what's it called? Stormblood. I'm like halfway through that. I fell out of Final Fantasy 14, man. It just didn't do in me what I thought it was going to do. It feels too much like World of Warcraft to a degree, like to the point that I'm just like, why wouldn't I just play World of Warcraft? And then also, like, maybe I've just gotten too old, but like, I don't know, man. I just don't care about the story the way that I used to, and there's so much of the story. I almost think I would have a better time playing Final Fantasy 14 if I would boost a character and I would like skip the story content. Dude, MMO Hut was so good, bro. There's so many out there, dude. Like it is really fun to go back and live these games. I played Fly for Fun maybe like a month ago at this point. I played Fly for Fun for a little bit, and that game is like crazy, like sped up now and just not that good. But man, I literally thought to myself whenever I was playing Fly for Fun, I was like, I got people in this game sucks and I got people into it. That's nuts, dude. What did I do to them? I felt bad. Yeah, it's the. Are you talking about which one? Is it the worlds, or like is it like the Fly for Fun one, or is it a whole different thing? You did not watch a single cutscene for 14? That's awesome. Dude, old school RuneScape and Fly for Fun, all those games, all those old MMOs like tie in together in my brain because of just the time that I experienced them during. Range level 3. Making huge gains on the account, by the way. Dude, I never got to play EverQuest 2. I kind of want to go back and experience it, honestly. Fliff Universe? I've heard good things about that. I might have to check Fliff Universe out. It's not bad, dude. I finally got to live my dream of being a, what's it called, an acrobat or whatever, and playing with yo-yos, and that class sucks. I do not like it. I want to try out the mage class in Fliff and see what that's like. You went Bill Poster and hated yourself? Dude, it's hard not to. They tell you that it's so important. And, like, it is if you're going to play in group content, dude. But, like, Bill Poster's not very fun by themselves. Dude, Perfect World. That's crazy. So many of these games are just, like, throwbacks like crazy, man. I never played Wizards 101, but I have some friends now who are really, really into it. I do plan on playing Wizards 101 at some point. I also never played Toontown, which is, like, in my head the same game. Dude, the Unreal Engine Mabinogi's going to come out, and I swear, like, I'm going to make tons of content. I'm going to be like Gretchen trying to make fetch happen, dude. It's going to be crazy. I'm going to be like, you guys don't understand. This is the best MMO. Level 4 range. I am a coffee guy, bud. Indeed. I got coffee this morning from Sheetz, actually. Yeah, dude, that was such a bummer to me. I remember one time you and me logged back into Mabinogi. Well, I think you had already been playing quite a bit, but I logged back into Mabinogi and sort of like had you come and hang out with me for a little bit there. And you had all of these items from like Sword Art Online crossovers and everything. It was nutso, dude. I think this is like when we were in our early 20s. And like that game already had progressed to a point that blew me away. Like, I mean, you know, I was level 2K total whenever we quit. And back then that was like pretty decent levels, dude. And like 20K is the new standard. Like they just boost you to 20K basically. It's nuts. I gotta play Mabinogi again for sure. There's another guy in the chat, or in the, not in this chat, but in the Discord, who plays a lot of Mabinogi, and him and I connected over that. His name's Jad. Dude, I felt like, bro, there's so many good memories. I talk about the times where like the economy inflated and we were all like burning checks of money and fires and stuff to try to like bring the economy back down. It was wild, bro. You remember when the Trinity staff came out? Was it the Trinity staff? That was such a huge moment, dude. I worked so hard to get 1 million gold in order to buy one of those, and now it's worth like no money whatsoever. Dude, Oddblock was huge, bro. Oddblock was huge. Like, what a good guild. Jake, do you remember how we got into Oddblock? Do you remember how that happened? Bro, we were just like adventuring around knowing nothing about the game, and like, yes, we got picked up at the market board. Yep, and they put us on the backs of horses and they just like drug us around and talked to us. Do they do a pretty good job of it? Mabinogi was really, really bad about like bringing out items that everyone wanted and then them deflating like crazy. It was really bad, dude. I lost so much money in that game doing that. Dude, and they just picked us up and they taught us about playing the game. Like, we had no idea what we were doing. We didn't understand any of the systems, or at least I didn't for sure. And they just like picked us up, put us on the back of their horses, took us around, gave us actual armor, like taught us how to play the game and like what was important and how to do it. And like, I will never forget the first time seeing Mark's kite shield in that game. That gold, red, and black kite shield that he always wore. And just like, dude, I wanted to be Mark Rio so bad, man. Like, he was such a cool dude in that game. Me and Chauncey are still friends on Instagram, dude. His full black armor, dude. It was so sick. Metal dies, bro. Yeah, dude. He just put out his first song somewhat recently. Yeah, dude. 100%. No plugins at all, Santos. Unguided, no plugins. Just raw RuneScape. Old school, dude. Dude. Jake, do you remember how important muffler robes were back in the day, dude? Like, what were we, like, it's so funny going back because style tabs are free now. So everyone actually has real cosmetics that they're using instead of just muffler robes. But, like, we were all just kitted out in muffler robes. What was your collar scheme back then? I want to say it was like blue and white maybe, but I can't remember what your collar scheme was. Dude, lava cat robes were massive. You were nobody if you didn't have a good robe. You had to have a good robe. You were also with blue and white. Okay, that's what I thought. I had black and gold, I think, is the one that I ended up like tying myself to eventually, or black and amber. Dude, it was so good. Saving up money so that you could go and buy a Nexon and an X cash card. Dude. What good times. Magic was so hard to get in that game. Mabinogi was like the next generation of RuneScape, but it just had no player base later on, which is such a bummer, dude. That game is amazing in a way that other games just don't capture. The combat in that game feels so raw and visceral. Like the first time that someone ever shield charges an enemy that's about to kill you and knocks them away from you, that's when you make friends for life. Dude, that was such a good time. Cool. Absolutely raw, bud. This is the shit, guys. I'm telling you, this is the feeling that I've been trying to recapture streaming forever, right? Like, I mean this. Jake was like the MMO homie. Like, this is a whole huge chunk of my life. All of these memories that I talk about all the time, all of these things happened around this guy. Like, he and I were the two people in our friend groups who just no-lifed in MMOs, while other people, and like, you know, we played Dark Souls, we played Call of Duty, like, we played Halo, we played all those games too, but like, our dirty little secret was that at the end of the day, we were MMO players, man. We almost single-handedly got our entire middle school into RuneScape. It was crazy. It was the Dumbarton dungeon, but like the harder one. Oh, you're fine, dude. It was like the Dumbarton dungeon, but it was the harder version of it where it had the exploding skeletons, maybe? Is that the one that you're thinking of? Or was it the one out in like the elf area, like the other continent, Iranid or what? Or no, not Iranid. Was it Iranid maybe? I can't remember what that continent was called, that like you had to go through to get like the Fia might be it. Fia dungeon, maybe. I remember, so like, oh, I don't know if you remember this, but getting like, was it called Final Strike or whatever? The one where you like glow and you can teleport around and slash things over and over and over again. Like, that was a whole, dude, getting skills in that game was so freaking difficult. Final hit, yes. And like, and you had to go around and like get drawings of all these different, these statues that were in different dungeons all over the world, and they were really hard, so we would have the whole guild going with us to try to get final hit. Like, that was, dude, that might be the only MMO I've ever played in my life where I felt like I was really part of a community, where we were all helping each other. And then when you discover that you can do, like, what was it, excavation or whatever, where you had the dowsing rods going around to dig up all the different artifacts to level up your to get more skill points, like, what a different thing. Dude, that's the crazy thing about old school RuneScape, is so many people have memories of it. Like, I remember being in libraries playing old school RuneScape back in the day and seeing other people play old school RuneScape and being like, I know what's up, dude. Oh, dude, intermediate Magic at the time was like top tier Magic. Getting Ice Spear was a big deal, dude. It was like, it was similar to getting the pages for your prayer books in old school RuneScape. Like, it was unbelievably difficult to come across them. Rare drops from like specific bosses and stuff. Dude, getting Ice Spear, getting Thunder, and getting Fireball were huge, dude. Fireball was an underrated spell through and through. It took forever to charge it up to max, but dude, you could clear whole rooms with Fireball. It was nuts. Hey, thanks, Violet. I appreciate that, dude. I hope you enjoy listening. I hope you play other games while you're watching, too, dude. Thank you, man. I really appreciate that. Now there's advanced magic. You cast Meteor for fun in Mavinogi now? Dude, okay. I'm going to have to get back into Mavinogi. That's got to be like a dirty little secret thing. No one even knows about that game, dude. Mabinogi is one of the best MMOs of all time, and the majority of people have never, ever played it. And it's crazy to me. They probably are what got a lot of kids hacked back in the day, honestly. I got hacked all the time when I was a kid. Like, just all the time my account would go missing. That's why I had so many accounts. I will, dude. Don't worry. We'll definitely play. You played Mabinogi as well, Trevor's? Dude, that's sick. Dude, what a good game that was. Hit me with the truth, baby. Really, MU Online? I remember that game a little bit. People were really excited about that. That was like on all those like MMO Hut websites and stuff. I took your RuneScape account back in the day? What? Bro, I'm sorry. I do not remember doing that at all. But like, big sorry. Jake, I'm going to get you back for all the terrible things that I did back in the day, for real. I was a real piece of shit, dude. Slicked back hair, sloppy steaks. I'll make up for it now, I promise. I can't believe I kind of can believe that I did that, but I don't remember that at all. That's crazy, dude. How do you know? I don't even know who else it would have been with me that was doing it, though. Dude, RubeusCubeus exposed indeed. I have not always been... Listen, guys, I've made no quarrels about it. I used to be a huge piece of shit, dude. Hey, thanks, Fisher. I appreciate that, dude. Thank you so much. I'm glad to be making them. Yeah, 100%. That's how you get... That's how you know you're close, dude, when you can hack the other person's account. Bro, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, dude. Like, genuinely, I mean this from, like, adult Cole. Like, that makes me, like, I feel such secondhand guilt for that. You have no idea. Like, all these years later, I guarantee you I didn't feel any guilt back in the day, and I probably didn't even know that you were mad at me over it. You know what I mean? Like, I probably felt like, why are you so angry or something? And just felt like, you know, just had no idea that it was justified. Oh, me and Jake definitely played Adventure Quest Worlds too. Jake showed me how to hack Adventure Quest Worlds and to level up my character. Oh, dude. How's it feel to be 30, by the way? That's crazy. I'm about to turn 30 this year. Oh, that's so funny, dude. Not until October. Oh, yeah. I forgot. You're like October 14th or something, right? No, it's pay to play. I'm just here training at these chickens to just not think, turn my brain off, and just get some feathers for later on. Dude, I've heard that it's all downhill after 30. I'm like low-key kind of worried about it. What time is it, by the way? Yeah, I'll get off in just a second. 35 in 16 days. Barty, we're getting old, dude. It's crazy. I don't even think I would have laughed back then. Honestly, like, when I was the age that he's talking about, I could see myself being, like, racked with anxiety over doing something like that, but also being completely incapable of controlling myself to not do it. Like, you know, I was not the most trustworthy person back in the day, for sure. Like, 100% I wasn't. And, like, you know, these are things that you don't want to realize about yourself, but as you get older and you start to understand more and more about who you are, like, you know, I don't know, man. It just took me a long time to develop empathy for some reason. Oh, yeah, no, 100%, dude. I'm wide awake. I'm going to be awake for, like, another 10 hours, bro. Like, yeah, I'll definitely hop on. I'm, like, getting off of here to hop on video chat with you, my guy. Yeah, dude, that's what separates us from the freaking animals, dude. Do you remember the time that Corey showed us his 2 mil? And I was so excited about that 2 mil that I went around telling everyone about it to the point that everyone started yelling the words 2 mil at me because of like how annoying I was being with it. Bro, I was like a really annoying kid. That's a very nice thing for you to say that I like that you don't have any bad memories of me. Of course I remember that, dude. I learned a lot about myself through being super annoying to people and having to learn to reel it in, brother. It was good for me though, honestly. The light bullying from some of the kids was really good for me. It grew me a lot. I got a lot better. I was annoying, bro. Like looking back, like I could see the urge to do that. If I was one of the other, like I would get it, dude. Yeah, dude, we'll talk about it. Okay, guys, I'm gonna get off here. I'm gonna continue AFK training my range and talk to Jake on FaceTime. It was nice to talk to you all, and I enjoyed hanging out with everyone. I hope that you guys... Yeah, we played RuneScape because we were asshole kids. That's why we did it. We needed another world to escape into. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one for sure. I'm playing a lot of old school RuneScape right now. I'm getting back to this account and playing a lot more, so I'll probably be live again like tomorrow or something. Be safe, everybody. Enjoy your night.